Can we now sing the second stanza as our prayer? O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide and lead us right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and live in just and truth. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Can we together say amen? Amen. Let's just clap for our great country, Nigeria.
My name is Dejan, the National Treasurer, Dejan, from Kano State. I've been DJing since 1978, immediately after Festac. Yeah, it had been good because we started from analog, down to digital, from the cheap equipments to the most expensive equipments. Like one of our MIDI controller now, Rev 7, is about 5 million naira. And as a DJ, if you don't have the knowledge to use a computer proper, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to pack yourself aside. So it's good. At my age, I've experienced the manual thing, and now it's fully digital. To God be the glory, we can still operate those machines. What I aim out is to gain more knowledge from the speakers who are coming to deliver on a lot of issues. You can see the cap I'm wearing, entertainment without drugs. Okay. Because among the guests, we have an NDLEA person presenting today as one of the guest speakers.
Please, can we clap? But I have a problem with that answer. My family, I got my sisters. Where are the sisters? Where are the sisters? So all of them don't convert to female. Anyway, it happened before. There was a day I went for a program and I see all the wives, please clap for your husband. One man begin clapping. I saw, God, I don't understand. I give the husband or the wife in the family. But it's a good song. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's just keep rolling very fast. Let us be welcomed officially. Well, I'd like to invite DJ Smoothplay, who is the LCT chairman and also the LOC Planning Committee chairman. Please, can we clap for him as he gives us this opening? welcome address, please.
It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the National Conference of Disc Jockey Association of Nigeria, Dejan. I am honored to stand before you today as the host chairman at this August event. I wish to, on behalf of the organizing committee, extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you who have graciously honored our invitation to join us for this landmark event. I have gathered here today to discuss the importance of the role of licensed DJ in the ever-evolving creative industry. As the host chairman, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have helped make this event possible. The momentous occasion has brought together DJs, industry players, and relevant stakeholders from across the country with the primary objectives of fostering discussions and deliberations towards galvanizing cross-fertilization of ideas for the progress and growth of our noble association and the creative industry at large. I am indeed confident that with this relevant focus, we will surely achieve a successful and productive conference. It is worthy of note that the very apt theme chosen for this conference, the role of a licensed DJ in the ever-evolving creative industry, could not be more timely or germane, especially in the current dynamic era where the creative landscape is undergoing exponential transformation. The significance of the licensed DJs in shaping the musical experience and overall entertainment industry can therefore not be overstated. Going forward, it is pertinent to properly understand the theme. In doing so, it is important to first contextualize the term licensed DJ. Basically, a licensed DJ is a DJ who has been certified by a recognized body, such as Dejan. This certification ensures that the DJ has the necessary skills and knowledge to function professionally and pragmatically, to provide quality entertainment while applying the relevant laws and regulations. Over the course time, the role of a licensed DJ in the creative industry has evolved significantly, especially in the recent years following the setback experience due to the adverse impacts resulting from the coronavirus epidemic lockdown. In the past, DJs were primarily known for playing music at clubs and parties. However, the advent of digital music and the rise of social media have transformed the role of DJs in the creative industry to a more robust and eclectic profession. This implies that DJs are not only responsible for merely playing music, but also for curating playlists, creating mashups, and producing original content. In addition, DJs have become influential figures in the music industry, collaborating with artists and promoting new and innovative sounds. Through the course of this convention, we are set to engage in enlightening discussions, workshops, and presentations that will not only enrich our collective understanding, but also inspire innovation and excellence within our community. Together, we will explore the avenues through which licensed DJs can not only adapt but thrive in the dynamic environment. I will therefore seize this opportunity to express my immense gratitude to our esteemed speakers and experts with us. Your contributions are indeed invaluable, and we eagerly anticipate the wisdom that you will impact over the course of this convention. In the same vein, I would like to appreciate all our sponsors, partners, and supporters. Your generous contributions have been instrumental in making this conference a reality, and for that, we are immensely grateful. Finally, to the Dejan member, your dedication to the craft and industry is the bedrock upon which this association stands. Your commitment of professionalism, innovation, and the highest standard of musical artistry sets a commendable example for all. And so, without further ado, let us embark on this journey of knowledge and collaboration as we collectively forge a path towards a future where licensed DJs are at the forefront of the ever-evolving creative industry. Thank you, and may this conference be a resounding success to us all. DJs.
Please can we clap for the FCT chairman? Back to back. Please, as the DJs are coming in, we're very happy to see you. Take your seat respectfully. I heard that we're all represented here in the whole 36 states at the FCT. So let's see if you are well represented. Can the DJs from Abia State make some noise? But you know they here? Bro, how are they not? People who are not even expecting to go there, they come plenty fast. How is it that the condition pursue you people or you just try to pursue the condition? No problem, man. I still imagine how I think they perform for that in that town. What about the answer? Area! Area! Una show. Ah, una face show. Una shoe shine, everything makes sense. Una teeth white. The one and only DJ Cool to come give us a spirit response.
All right, thank you very much. Please have your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed DJs, distinguished guests, and fellow music enthusiasts, I stand before you today with immense pride and honor as the National President of the DJs Association of Nigeria, Dejan, welcoming you all to this prestigious gathering, the Dejan National Conference 2023. It is truly an exceptional pleasure to see so many talented DJs, music industry professionals, and stakeholders gathered here in unity and celebration of our craft. This year, our conference theme is one of the utmost significance and relevance: the role of a licensed DJ in the evolving creative industry. As we all know, the music industry is in a constant state of transformation. With the rapid advancement of technology and the ever-changing landscape of the entertainment world, our role as DJs has never been more pivotal. The theme of this conference underscores the importance of being a licensed DJ, a DJ who recognizes and respects the value of intellectual property rights, and a DJ who understands the significance of paying music royalties. We are here today to explore the multifaceted dimensions of our profession, to delve into the nuances of licensing, and to shed light on how we can not only thrive but also contribute to the vibrant and evolving creative industry here in Nigeria. With great power comes great responsibility. Music is the heartbeat of our nation. It is a powerful force that transcends boundaries, unites people, and tells our stories. As DJs, we have the privilege and the responsibility to create and deliver this music to our audiences. But with this privilege comes a duty to ensure that the artists, composers, and all those who contribute to the creation of these melodies are fairly compensated for their artistry. By embracing licensing and royalty payments, we demonstrate our commitment to ethical practices within the country. We safeguard the intellectual property rights of creators, and we play a significant role in promoting the growth and sustainability of our creative economy. Throughout this conference, we will have the opportunity to engage with the experts, industry leaders, and government representatives who will shed light on the legal, ethical, and economic aspects of being a licensed DJ. We will also discuss the challenges we face in the digital age and explore innovative solutions to protect the rights of music creators while ensuring our industry growth. Ladies and gentlemen, as the National President of Dejan, I urge you all to actively participate in the discussions, share your insights, and be receptive to new ideas. Let us collectively work towards a future where the Nigerian DJ is not only recognized for their artistry, but also for their unwavering commitment to ethical and legal practices. In conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude to all our sponsors, partners, and members for making this conference possible. I do not doubt that the discussions and knowledge shared here will empower us to lead the way in shaping the future of our industry. Thank you, and let us embark on this enlightening journey together as we explore the role of a licensed DJ in the ever-evolving creative industry. Enjoy the Dejan National Conference 2023. Thank you all.
DG, the Director General of the Nigerian Copyright Commission, is here in our midst. His name is Mr. John Isen. Please can we clap for him? So it's so good to have you around. Aha! Now will start work. We'll hand over the microphone to the representative of the Director of Arts and Director General of Arts and Culture, Ambassador Sam Abi. Let's start from my big uncle. This is my boss. We don't work together, Tara. The president of Jan, DJ Cool. Am I right? Yes. DJ Cool. Yes, sir. One beat. One voice. I'm glad to be here. I'm representing Otumba Olusegun, and those of us that know him very well, he's also an active man when it comes to DJing. So he would have loved to be here, and he's a socialite, that is not disputed. So left from him, he would have loved to be here. Even the pressure I'm having is because there is an event that is taking place in our office. We are planning to see what we can do about the National Festival of Arts and Culture that has been delayed for some time. There is a meeting that is going on right away in my office by 12 o'clock. And that is why I am rushing this speech. But however, I bring greetings from National Council for Arts and Culture. Like you said, my name is Samagbi. I'm the Performing Arts Department. So it's not an accident, it's sending me here to be part of you. Thank you so much. He said I bring goodwill messages, but I should also be able to touch on the importance or the impact of your association to national development. The first thing I want to mention here while discussing it is for the fact that if you look at this hall, you will understand that this association and your activity is part of the Nigerian creative industry. And if you look closely at what are the characteristics of a Nigerian creative industry, one very important component of that is the youth base. And you can see that the association is mostly youth based. And any economy that depends on the energy of youth, when managed and nurtured, is bound to make progress in national development.
So therefore, it will be an irony for any government or any sector of economy of a country that wants to grow to ignore the contribution of youth to national development. So that is what is going for you, and I want you to recognize it, that you have an energy, that you are a force in nation building. So your contribution definitely cannot be understated or overlooked. The second characteristic that is working for you is also that your industry is SME based. In China and other developing economy, any economy that originates from SME is a medium scale, not too large program sector, is the one that is moving the economy of every country. Because when you engage the large portion of a population to produce wealth, that country will definitely move up. Go to China, go to some other places, you see every house, every room, there is a cottage industry. There is something that everybody are doing. If everyone is occupied in productive economic venture, there will never be any hunger in that country. So for the fact that your profession falls into that bracket, I think the government of this country need to encourage and bring up incentive that will make you people to be more productive, because you contribute to national development. From what you do, you've been able to take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your children, take care of some sector of the economy. And you have been able to stand on rest because you are productively engaged in production. So it is not surprising, therefore, that the level of growth that you have recorded and the recognition that you have brought to yourself is becoming alarming, and the nation is beginning to grab and begin to understand that the role that you play. Another thing I also want to talk about here is the fact that it's generally noted that the evolution of DJ has always started from the radio. As a child, I used to remember the fact that those old days, we used to even hang around radio in the villages. When there were those, and it was like a meat then. It is not as energetic, as magnetic as it is now. You go there and put your ear from between about 1 hour, where you see DJ trying to run commentary in between musics. So it's like a thing of pride. Those of us that come from Edo State, like those days, Hotel Dejan, they used to even carry television on Sunday. Village people, you will come and have one television, they will put it in a truck, you roll it, go and put it there because you want to watch a particular radio or a television station. Unlike today, where you now have satellite, you can even have as many as 1,000,000 channels. You see, so the society is growing, and I thank God that your association is also growing with time. And today we are no longer talking of turntables, we are no longer talking of, in those days I know how you used to do your missions, and people will put so many turntables, you'll be using your hand, but today technology has come to be. And I can say that I'm very happy that you Nigerian DJs has not been left out in the woods. So let me quickly just run some of your development that I think you have been able to bring into the space of Nigerian economy. He said your association promotes music artists through performances. The performance space and the entertainment space of Nigeria cannot be completed without your contribution. That is undisputed. So you have been able to contribute to the music industry of this nation. You have been able to contribute to the performance level of this country because you offer a service that the music industry definitely needs. We have also been able to promote what I might call the local content. You see, there was 2 weeks ago, I was listening to the executive secretary of Content Nigeria board of this. They always talk of oil, but I was happy when the MD said, why when time we are talking of content, local content, they keep looking at the oil industry. Local content shouldn't be with oil industry, it should be every facet of Nigerian life. Whether it is the cloth you wear, is a local content. DJ has been able to promote local content in Nigeria. Almost all the DJs here, in fact, in first place, I'm very impressed with what I'm saying. I'm absolutely impressed with what I am saying. Because next tomorrow, I will be off to Asaba, where we have the NATAP convention. NATAP is for the Association of Theatre Arts Practitioners in Nigeria. I can see this hall, I'm very impressed. Because it is not easy to gather people and come together in this large number. So I need to thank the leadership of this association for doing so well. It's very, very impressive. So that means there is already energy amongst you, and there's already cooperation amongst you, and I want you to keep that. Another thing I think is very, very, very clear of the role you have played in developing this country is your exposure of music to the global stage. A lot of people outside this country begin to understand the Nigerian music because of the contribution, the role you have played to make sure that Nigeria's music has become accepted. And most of the Nigerian people, musicians that are making waves today outside this country, they are all as a result of the efforts that we have created to make their music become global. And I also look at the issue of, I will talk about the entertainment industry already. We have also want to look at the role you have played in networking. You have been able to network, you have been able to bring everybody together to begin to play their own role, as well as your community-based development. I was impressed when the MC, my very good friend, was saying that Anambra, this, and in fact, the set of people he called that were not here, I actually saw them coming in. It means every sector of this Nigeria and look and cranny of Nigeria are well represented. So your network-based capacity and ability is also very commended, and it brings bonding, social interaction, integration. That is what the country is looking for now. We are looking for peace. How do you get peace if you don't have bonding, you don't have interaction, you are not connected? So your social advocacy alone is a contribution that cannot be quantified. Because you can only make money in a state, in a country where there is peace. If you don't have peace, there will be no progress. So your bonding, your networking level is something that should be commended. So I want to thank you for all that you have done, and also to finally assure that National Council for Arts and Culture is solidly behind you. In fact, the chairman of the Abuja local organizing committee, or the FCT branch, is a staff of National Council for Arts and Culture. And I also want to let you know that this profession does not stop you from doing another job. That's the beauty of it. You can still be a staff. It's one of the best staff, sorry to mention, in the National Council for Arts and Culture. Has even been given a mandate that he should step out briefly and still come back because he's going to cover a program. I'm sure he would have told the president, because I was there yesterday when we were drawing how do we marry this program with what we have. So it means that he plays a very good role in his place of work. And I'm also aware that the president too was also a staff of Waterboard. So you can see that I am sure a lot of you here, you have something that you are doing. And any work that gives that kind of space, like theater, you can still be a staff and own a theater company. I have a lot of staff that own a theater company. So we should not play with such sector of Nigerian economy. So thank you, God bless you. And if I have my time after this program, I will still come and join you. But I want to come with my teacher because of our not face cap to be close to you. But because of other assignment, I said, okay, let me come this way. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Representative from the Council of Arts and Culture for his presentation.
My name is Valentine Iogama. I'm a DJ Valaka from Edo State. I've been a DJ over 12 years now. My experience as a DJ is going more lively, and I'm happy also to be a DJ because it's a very nice profession. Today's event is a national conference, the third national conference here in Abuja. My aim today is to learn more and have more friends, most especially as we are meeting facially now here. So I believe with time we'll get to know each other more better. Now that we're here together, I believe I'll gain more from this conference and I'll learn more from the conference.
Mr. Peter Njoku from the NDLEA, please. Let's clap.
DJs, thank you very much. My name is Peter Njoku. I'm the Principal Staff Officer, Sensitization, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, National Headquarters here in Abuja. I'm here to represent the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of NDLEA, Brigadier General Boba Marwa, retired OFR CON, DSS. He has sent me here to extend his greetings, his warm regards to all of you. He could have been here, but because of other official engagements, he couldn't make it. And also I'm here to enlighten you more on the dangers and consequences of abusing drugs and how drug abuse can affect your performance, your job. Before I start, I would like to ask us, how many of you take drugs here? Now, paracetamol is a drug, isn't it? Good. Then, how many of you take substances, hard drugs? Are you sure? You know, we know how to find our people. They know us, and we know them. Yes, why we are here is to enlighten you, because we've seen areas, times maybe we arrest some of your members that are into drugs. Okay. And if you come to our rehabilitation centers, you see our youths, our young ones, you see them, their parents bring them, they cry every day. Why those that sell these things, they smile at the back, they make money. And this thing has rendered many of our youths useless. That's why we're here to enlighten you. Can you believe that according to National Survey on Drug Use and Health 2018, there was a research conducted in this country. We found out that 14.3 million Nigerians between the ages of 15 years to 64 had used drugs. 14.4 million. And out of that, we have also 10.6 million that have abused cannabis. Do you know what cannabis is? No. Weed. The people call it Igbo, ganja, different street names, and other substances. So that is why the rate is too alarming, that we have to talk to you people so that you help NDLEA in disseminating this information to other people, enlightening them on the dangers and consequences of abusing substances. What is this drug we are talking about? Drug can be defined as any substance. It can be legal, it can be illegal. It can be natural or synthetic. When you take it into the body, it will change your body function. It will affect your mood, affect your behavior, affect the way you feel. It affects your brain and the central nervous system. And we have two types of drugs. One is what we call legal drugs, and the other one is what? Illegal what? Drugs. What is legal drug? What can be legal drugs? Those ones you see over the counter when you go to chemist shops. Who can tell me an example of those ones that is permitted by law? Paracetamol, Panadol, and so on and so forth. What of the illegal ones? Tramadol is not all that illegal. It's not an illegal. We are talking about cocaine, heroin, yes, Igbo, and so on and so forth. Because that tramadol you are talking about has its own medical effects. It has medical purposes. You use this when you have severe pains. When prescribed by a doctor, you can take it. But we are talking about people abusing it. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. And we have different ways of taking these drugs into the body. Who can tell me one of the ways of taking these drugs into the through the what? Sniffing. You know, some people sniff drugs. Some inhale. Some swallow. Some inject. Some rub, and so on and so forth. We have the stimulant drugs. The one that when you take it, it will increase the activities of your central nervous system, like cocaine. We have the depressant drugs. The one that when you take it, it will reduce the activities of your central nervous system. Like diazepam, all those sleeping tablets, and so on and so forth. We have also the hallucinogen drugs. The ones that when you take it, it will distort your perception of thought. You see some people, when they take these hallucinogen drugs, when they look at you, you appear 10. Sometimes you see somebody moving on the road, nothing is beating drum, you see him dancing. I know my people there. And some of this, it causes panic to the user. So we have different types of drugs. I hope you get what I'm saying. Now, we have the ones we call unconventional drugs. Which ones are unconventional drugs? The one that is not conventional, like local ones. You see some people abusing or inhaling petrol, rubber solution, in order to do what? Get high. Some people, do you know that some people inhale latrine pit? Early morning, that ooze, you open the latrine pit, that ooze that comes out, some people inhale it in order to what? These are the ones that don't have money to buy big drugs. They go for the cheaper one. Even rubber solution, you see them, you see a kind of man with handkerchief, you take his cleaning heat. You're not knowing that he has even poured the solution there, you see him inhaling it. Social user. The person takes that drug occasionally, periodically, once in a while. You see him starting with small quantity of alcohol. From there, the person will graduate to what? One bottle. From one bottle, 2. From 2 to cartons. Likewise, cigarette. For one stick of cigarette, he graduates to what? 2. From 2 to packets. From there, he needs higher ones. Some even inhale excrete from lizard. But a lot of unconventional, method of abusing these drugs. We've been hearing about drug abuse. What do we say that somebody is abusing drug? Good. When you take excessive intake of this drug, you are abusing what? You are misusing the drug. Alcohol, for example. Do you know that alcohol is a drug? How many of us take alcohol here? See them. Do you know it's a drug? Alcohol is a drug. Cola is a drug. If you don't know it today. I say definition of drug. Anything that you take into the body, it will change your body function. If you like alcohol, if you take excessive use of alcohol, you know what will happen. Even cola nut, when you chew it too much, you know what will happen. You'll be alert. So, drug abuse is when you take drug when it is not medically necessary. Nothing is wrong with you. You just go ahead to take drugs. When doctor did not prescribe drug for you, go ahead and take it. You are abusing drugs. When you take prohibited drugs like cannabis, cocaine, you are abusing drugs. And if you go to the hospital, if you go to the hospital, you're not feeling fine, you go to the hospital, and the doctor prescribes, let's take for instance, take 2 tablets of paracetamol in the morning, 2 afternoon, 2 at night. Instead of you to follow the doctor's prescription, you say, now this headache is too much, you pack 4, you swallow 4. Or you say, I don't like swallowing drug, you take 1 instead of the 2. You are misusing it. Or you take them 2 in the morning, in the afternoon you forget to take your afternoon drugs. This is what we call drug abuse. And before somebody becomes addicted in drugs, it has stages. Before you see somebody, they take don't touch and we don't go kono, it gets stage. I hope when they hear what they talk. The number 1 stage is what we call experimentation stage. What did I say? You know, to experiment. You see us those days, we start experimenting drugs. When you see your uncle or your neighbors smoking cigarette, taking alcohol, you want to find out what is inside. You try to experiment. That is how it starts. You see those days when we are small, you see some of us, we go and tear a piece of paper. We wrap it with lights just to experiment. When you put, you start to, that is how it starts. Alcohol, you want to take the remnant, the remnant on the bottle, you want to test it to know how it feels. Curiosity, you want to know how it feels. From there, the person, and what leads to those drugs are what? Alcohol and cigarettes. That is how we start. From there, the person will graduate to the second stage. That is what we call, the person will become a regular, occasional user. Social user. The person takes that drug occasionally, periodically, once in a while. You see him starting with small quantity of alcohol. From there, the person will graduate to what? 1 bottle. From 1 bottle, 2. From 2 to cartons. Likewise, cigarette. For 1 stick of cigarette, he graduates to what? 2. From 2 to packets. From there, he needs higher ones. You now graduate to Igbo. From there, cocaine. That is how it starts. Occasional user. The person takes occasional without using his money to buy, but when you offer it him, he will take. Just sip small, he will take. From there, the person will graduate to 300 level. He will now become a regular user. You see him using drug regularly. Using his money to buy the drug of his choice. If it is cigarette, he will go and buy the choice of his cigarette. If it is cocaine, he will go. If it is heroin, he will go and buy. From that regular user, the person will now graduate to addiction, where he cannot do in his life without drugs again. And you know that addiction is a brain disease. He will never, in the morning you see him in the joint, he's drinking, he's smoking. In the afternoon, drinking, smoking. Even while he's pooping, he's in the toilet, he has smoke. He can't do again, all his body is now gone with smoke. Drugs. His body will be craving for drugs all the time, despite the consequences. Now, why do people go into drugs? Who can tell me one of the reasons why people go into drugs? People say they go into drugs because of what? They want to go and relax with friends. Recreational purposes. Some go into drugs because of peer group influence. My friend, I want to become, maybe say I be a man, I want to belong, make it not be say, you don't start. Some takes drugs because of depression. There's one boy they brought to me. I was asking this guy, why do you go into drugs? He said, the guy is saying girlfriend liver. He has spent a lot. The girl just messed him, they broke up, the girl just broke her heart. That was why he went into what? Drugs. Just to calm himself down. Some say because my papa don't die, my mama don't die, nobody to take care of it. I said, after taking this drug, will they resurrect? They won't. You are just you know, you are just causing problem to yourself. Like you DJs, you are doing a very good job. It's a noble organization, noble profession. But some of you, they will feel like taking drugs in order to enhance their performance. A boy we arrested at one of the universities. His father has a church. His father is a general overseer. I don't want to mention the name of the church. Very innocent boy. You can vote for him. 300 level student of one of the universities. Very quiet boy. Not knowing that this boy has been into the drugs for 2 years, nobody knew. You can vouch for that boy that is not even into drugs. Do you know what happened? When our officers raided that area, unfortunately, he was picked. He was among those people arrested. They brought him. You know, NDLA, we perform two works, two functions. One is drug supply reduction, the other one is drug demand reduction. Supply reduction aspect of NDLA is all about operational aspect of NDLA, where we arrest those that deal on drugs and make sure we prosecute them. And you see our men at the interdiction points, at the seaport, airport, borders, intercepting drugs going outside or coming inside the country. While the drug demand reduction aspect of NDLA is all about sensitization, enlightening people, telling them that drug is not, telling them the dangers and consequences inherent in abusing this drug, telling them how to prevent it. We treat and rehabilitate clients that are into drugs. So we believe that taking them into prison, those that smoke, every time you go to prisons now, many of them that are there as a result of what? Drugs. But then NDLA with their wisdom, so instead of us to be taking these users to prison, it won't help. You see young boy, all of them, let us, persuade them, let us talk to them. Let us counsel them, let us rehabilitate them. So this boy sings in his father's church. He's a good singer. He sings very well. He told me that one day, because he was undergoing counseling, he said, "Oga, officer, one day, that after church service, one of the youth members here called him and said, 'Oh boy, do you know that if you smoke Igbo, if you take it, it will inspire you. Your original voice will come out.'" And he experimented it and it worked for him. Yes, that was what he told us. He told me that he experimented it and he would see him singing, telling people, "Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah, God is so," not knowing that this is the drug that is enhancing his performance. Even some of these dancers sing, you see somebody dancing 1 hour, 2 hours, not something is wrong. We'll be glad just to, make sure that his audience is happy. So and this boy said he experimented and it worked for him. He continued. You see, one thing with drug will bring you up. At the same time, do what? Crash you. There's no two ways about it. We know many musicians that have died as a result of drug abuse. Now, what are the reasons? Some take this drug because it's available. Some take it because of advertisement. They saw some stars taking it. They said, maybe that's what is making this guy to shine. Let me go and take my own. They see them as their role model. Let me tell you, this is your profession. Some people will see you as a role model. They want to emulate you. They want to follow you. It's good for you to show good examples to them. Because if you are into this profession and you smoke weed, you take drugs anyhow, definitely it will affect you. You might be enjoying it now, but later the consequences will be there. Your body structure is different from this man's own. He might take his own, no problem. While the other person might take his, immediately they start reacting. I have a friend who takes drugs. I've been persuading to this guy, leave this thing. So, but leave him. Now, this time I go stop. You know, he will never accept that he's into, you know, that he has problem. That's one of the signs. The wife called me and said, "Oh boy, this is my friend. The way they smoke this thing, the way they take this, if they chop tramadol, I say tomorrow no day." And I talked to this guy, but he still refused. But this guy got job with EcoBank. You see him performing well, wonderfully well. That is how drug does. What the drug did to this guy? My personal friend is not another person. You see him walking in the banking hall. You go up, go down. This guy is hard working. He carry fire. He do that. But you see him walking. The thing was enhancing his performance, and he was winning award, winning best this, best that, best. And this, you know what? He was later promoted to a position of a bank manager. You see where drug is now bringing him up. The position of bank manager. One day, the wife told me that he came to work. You know, bankers, they leave very early in the morning and come back late in the evening. He entered the banking hall, entered his office. Not even up to 15 minutes, he came out, removed his belt and started flogging the customers in the bank. You see what drug is not doing? Because he has reached to the peak. The next thing, people say, yeah, na for village, they don't kill her, it's a bad people. Not knowing that it's the cause of drug. My brothers, drug is not good. Don't even start it. People are looking out for you. People are watching you. How do you feel tomorrow you see your children? Not many of us are married with children. Go into drug. Will you feel happy? No. As we are sitting here, do you know where they are? No. Please, these drugs have destroyed many lives. The reason God gave us children is for us to enjoy. It's a gift from God, and for us to enjoy them, for them to make us proud in life. But if you see your child, little thing, he breaks what he wants to, every time he's fighting, every time he's causing problems, will you feel happy? No. As a result of drugs. Honestly, how we should come to our office and see parents crying every day. It's not a good experience for you to have somebody in your family that is into that's causing problem, nuisance, embarrassment to the family. Please, we are begging you not to go into drugs. It won't help you. And if you know that you are into drugs, you need help, you come to us quietly, we'll give you a contact. We have our phone number, you can call at any time. They will answer, even if it is midnight. 247, the line is open for you people. Let me give you this. Please remind me at the end of the lecture, I'll give you the number. Call anytime you have problem. That line, they will answer you and solve your problems. Now, how do you identify somebody who is into drugs? I'm going to let you know, so that by the time you see these early signs, you'll be able to know. Even if it's from your children. You know, at times some parents don't have time for their children. But there are some little signs you will see. You'll be able to know that something is going wrong. What are these signs? When you see your loved ones, all of a sudden, you see his lifestyle started changing. You see him changing friends. Today he will bring this friend, the next day, different friends. Night crawling, all the night you see him moving. Sometimes he will wear black goggles. He doesn't want you to see his eyeballs. You see him pouring perfume, incense in his body. He doesn't want you to perceive the odor of the smoke. Some chew chewing-gum sweets to cover the odor. Some of them, they steal in order to get money to buy that drugs. If they are looking for money to buy the drugs, you see them, they will steal. If you have a handset of 100,000, when they steal it, they go and sell it 5,000 anyhow, just to raise money to go and buy that drugs. And they always lie. They will never accept that they have problem. And they argue too much. If you tell them, you say, what of Michael Jackson, was he not doing? What of, was he not God that created this thing? You know, you see them arguing. They're always aggressive. Little thing they want to fight. Any small thing they want to, you see them, becoming aggressive. There are many signs. And what are the consequences? We have physical consequences, we have psychological consequences, we have social consequences of abusing drugs. It will affect your health, it will affect your kidney. Do you know that all these drinks we take, you see some of us, we take alcohol, we take alomo, all these concussion, we take gin, we take whiskey, we take beer, we combine everything. These drugs you are taking, by the time you drink this, it will go to your kidney. The kidney will filter it. You see, when somebody is taking too much alcohol, little thing you go and ease yourself, isn't it? When you are done with alcohol, every small time you go and work, ease yourself, you come back again. Because the kidney has filtered it and remove, collect the ones they want to collect, and the other one you go and pass it out. And by the time you overwork your kidney, what will happen? It will fail. And who is ready to donate his own kidney to you? Your wife. Okay, if you have a very Christian good wife, but when job will mature, you now know whether he loves you or not. My brother, let us not play with our health. It will affect you. It will affect, the person might go, psychosis, it might affect your brain, your kidney, your liver, sleeplessness, anxiety, premature death. You can lose your job too. You can be expelled from school. And criminal activities. Most of the crimes committed in this country is as a result of what? Drugs. You can't see a criminal operating without being high. He must take something. So that when you look at you look like an ant. The drug has destroyed many homes. Many families have been shattered, broken because of what? As a result of what? Drug abuse. Please, we are urging you, because of time, we are urging you to help NDLA, because NDLA cannot do it alone. We need your organization to help us propagate this drug abuse message to others. You can even create jingles for us to help us sensitize others on the dangers and consequences of drug abuse. Please, we are begging you, we are urging you, we are telling you to shun drugs. Avoid any places drug activities are going on. Avoid friends that are into drugs. Report the dealers to NDLA for us to remove them in your... Don't say it doesn't concern me. It doesn't concern me. Let me tell you how it's going to concern you. It doesn't concern you. You don't know the driver that is taking you from one destination to the state he is. In the parks, motor parks, you see them, they must shine their eyes before they move. It's only God that is saving us. You see driver, when he's moving, you might see trailer and think that it's a free road. You just enter, but everybody will die. You say it doesn't concern you. See how it's concerning you? It doesn't concern you in the night, and robbers will come and knock on your door. Kill, rape, do a lot of things. And you say it doesn't concern you. Please, it concerns each and every one of us. We urge you to join NDLA in this war against drug abuse. And by this junction, I want to thank you once more for this organization for inviting NDLA to give talks on you. And if you want to join NDLA in the fight against war and drug abuse, say aye. Aye. Those against, say no. The aye, that's it. Thank you. God bless you. The number again, if you are into, I know most of us, some of us are there, but there's no how you open up here. But you can call this line at any time, any given time, even in the midnight. You see somebody, even if in Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, any language, there will somebody answering you. 0800 10 20 30 40. 0800 10 20 30 40. That's our helpline. Thank you and God bless you.
That number is the easiest number to get. Okay, thank you very much. why not do one love away go to involve? No, what you guys talk, in all honesty, is the truth. Because DJ Eminem, thank you, no vex. When I clap for DJ Eminem, he's our official DJ of the FCT. In fact, let's clap for all the FCT members for organizing this conference to make it straight like this. Thank you for this information and information they give us. Because some of us are falling victim to I don't know. I went with a friend of mine one day, he's a boxer. So in Jos when I was growing up. So I escorted him on one of his training spree. And we went on top of the mountain. Then we would smoke our cigar now. You say cigars have not drug abuse.
No, it's socially acceptable.
It's socially acceptable. Because I carry my own for pocket now, but I don't want to wear. So basically, as we were saying, this guy carried me go mountain. As we've done all the exercise finish, he brought you know that time we this small. If we want smoke for house, make your parents not catch you, go smoke, go burn Captain Black. So the order of the room go change. This guy brought out Captain Black. I don't know, say he don't listen with it. Me where I be learner, when no Igbo. I go smoke first rap, finish. Enter second rap. Enter third rap for my man, Captain Black at the smoke. All of a sudden, I notice say the breeze for the mountain change. I stand up, breeze, true life story, breeze they enter here, come up for back. All of a sudden, the mountain can't get steep. As they come down like side, they march one step, they come down. Later, we get one glasses over the way in the 80s. It was called 3-star. OGs go no. Black, so, okay, I want to reach house with this condition. And that time, our mothers know they go walk. My man is so close for front of house. So I knock my bones. I take trek from Dusoko. Go reach my house or your trailer. I don't know. I only know say I reach house, greet my mama pass. I enter kitchen. The bowl where they take do family eba. Now I take so curry. So I so caffeine now they asleep. So this thing what you tell us is reality. We know what we're talking about. Only bedside they give inspiration too. Inspiration, yeah man. What did I see that for somewhere and I see some girls, they black. So me, one from big boy now, I just say my sample. I don't know say not allowed. Now only one base I draw, don't be two. But I draw well. One mother day I was performing at that my place where they always post for zone Citro restaurant with my band. Okay, that's the way I don't know the way I did sing that. Brother, I turn to Canary. Every song I know the miss key, my voice calls smooth. But now me advise myself, say, if I follow this line, I advise myself, man, maintain my cigar when they hide me. Because that day I was so impressed with myself, but I sang as if I get the word. Every key where my keys were before I didn't fear, my keyboard is just touch, I don't enter the key. Even themselves can't shock, so boy, I say you will not understand, I won't draw. Because I can't take two, I don't know what will happen. So ladies and gentlemen, let's clap for NDLEA. At least, like he has said, honestly, let's all support. Just 4 days ago, on Thursday, I came back from Kaduna. I live in Papi. As I was heading home from the train station, I needed to rush for a PMAN meeting at Blake's. So we passed in front of my station and there was serious hold up. Only for me to find out later that a young boy that was driving tipper trailer failed brake and killed almost 20-something people. And immediately happened, the guy took off. And only for us to find out, say the guy was high. So like he said, some drivers, you know, say for taxi park or walk back, Jetty, I want cocoa bear, you don't take it. I'm going to go because it sound different. I lie. So let's report naturally. Please, once again, thank you. You want to ask a question?
Good morning. DJs, please, my name is Idiata Kenslo Femu, DJ Descent, Delta State Chairman. Please, I want to thank you first and foremost for the lecture you have given. I know most of us we've heard of this, but I want to beg your establishment most especially the full security outfit, they should help to do this job. Now, why I'm calling on you and your office is this. Many of us, like yourself, know where these people are, those selling it. You people will not even go there. We have in a place in Asaba, Delta State, they know where they sell these drugs. Police, DNA, they will not go there. Rather, they will wait outside, waiting for those boys that want to buy, then they now arrest them. Collecting something after payment, they leave them, they go back again. So if we on our own part want to assist you people, you will also help the society. If you go there to stop them from selling or doing that business in that place, they wouldn't have that privilege of selling it to the society. So you also have a job to also do to comb this thing off the society. DJs.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for your question. You see, let me tell you something. There's no how you can eliminate crime completely. We are not spirits. It's when we get information from you that we work. And also, sometimes, you see, when we want to come and arrest some of these dealers, most of your youths attack us. Let us be sincere. I've worked in those areas. You see them, they gather, they will, but they know it's wrong. Instead of them to condemn it, you see them, they agree, see problem. But let me tell you, some of these dealers we catch, we make sure we prosecute them. Some of them, when they go to court, you see judge giving them option of fine. They will come out. And so there is a method now they are using. They will now recruit a smaller boy. Somebody knows that is not up to 18, 6 or 7 or 8, to be selling these things, because you know that you're not going to prosecute them. They will derive another means to sell their drugs. We are doing our possible. If you check every arrest and seizure now, since the coming of our chairman, chief executive officer, Brigadier General Bowa, you see that the arrest is high. The arrest is high. In the history of NDA, we have not made such arrests before. We are trying our best. But we need you people to cooperate with us in order to remove these people. As I told you, there's one drug baron that was arrested. When they interviewed him, why do you sell these drugs? Do you know what he said? He said, I sell the drug to get their money, to make money, and at the same time steal their souls. Can you imagine?
That's spiritual.
I sell this drug to make money, to get their money.
And get their soul.
And also steal their soul. So it's not the matter of it's everybody's business. I believe, let me tell you, if you come to our office and give information, we are not like the other. I don't want to mention the other. They will say, now this person talk. We don't do that. We make sure that the confidentiality is there. We make sure we pick those people. Don't leave them. If you say it doesn't concern me, I don't want problem. Then God forbid, it might affect your son, your relative. Yeah, that problem will stay calm.
Okay.
Let's remove them from your midst. You give us information, we'll work on it, we remove that person from the midst. And it's not left, you people still have roles to play. You can't have community rules that if anybody says this kind of, look at what you help us too. Thank you.
My name is DJ Roland, the National PRO and the Chairman DJ Association of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter. I've been DJing for over 35 years, so I'm an international DJ. I've DJed all over, in and outside of Nigeria. It's been a beautiful experience. For me, I've enjoyed it, and if I come back to this world, I want to be a DJ because I've enjoyed it.
My name is DJ Bombastic from Bayelsa State. We're here for our conference, we're here for our elections, we're here to educate our people more on our job and as well as the public concerning our activities and to the benefit, how it benefits the general public. I've been a DJ for over 28 years. Now we want to ensure that if you want to practice as a DJ, you must have a license so that the artist of the song itself will also benefit. So it's a kind of way of trying to give back to the society from our own job that we are doing the artists too will be benefiting from us.
The president has just mandated me that I should please, with all due respect, invite the NCC DG to please just make his remark. After that, we'll go for a short break and have two of our DJs do some slam for us, because now DJ event with this now. We're supposed to shake body, don't we so? No DJ show we call. If DJs are in charge, dancing must allow. Even though our guy after he talk like good, so he go dance more. Even our guy in there, he go dance, then go notice whether he can dance from under the influence or on top the influence. We'll try and understand that. And for now, please let's clap for Mr. John. Thank you so much, sir. One beat, one voice. With that, I think I'm now officially a member of the Dejan. Mr. President, members of the High Table, I stand on the existing protocol that was established even before I came. I crave your indulgence to just say a few words concerning what the theme is for this year, which is the role of a licensed DJ in the ever-evolving creative industry. Now that thing is very loaded. Very, very loaded. Because if you look at the creative industry in Nigeria, it is said that maybe even more than oil, that is the future of Nigeria. And we know very well that in the creative industry, like my brother from NCSC had said, the demographics favor the youth. So there is an assurance that there will be sustainability if we guard and we guide that industry well. I think there was a report yesterday that I saw. I want to be sure that my figures were right, but I saw a report yesterday and it was online, and it was reported that there was a forecast of a $100 billion revenue from the Nigerian creative industry by 2030. So it means by 2030, it's expected that the Nigerian creative industry should hit $100 billion at least. Now, forecast in the area of the creative sector can be very interesting, because one flip in the equation can make that 100 billion to become 200 billion. Now, there's something magical about the music industry in Nigeria. I read a piece recently, and the writer was trying to look for an explanation why Nigerian music was so well accepted all over the world. And he tried to profile some reasons. But he started wondering, how come other African countries were not enjoying the same reception? And the conclusion was that there's still something about the Nigerian music industry that has not been discovered. I recall, I think it was last year or so, I was speaking somewhere, and I was looking at the booger phenomenon. And I was like, why would somebody who doesn't even understand Nigerian nuances suddenly become and I just saw that it just blew from nowhere. So nobody knew Kiss Daniel was going to come out that way. But when it blew, it just went viral. And that is the beauty of Nigerian music. Interestingly, I've come to discover that it doesn't matter how good a musician is. If he doesn't have someone who is doing the who is throwing it out, it will not go far. And we know that the gatekeepers or the retransmitters, in many cases, in fact in most cases, if not in all cases, well, in most cases, will have the DJs working with them. It then means that the value chain in the music industry necessarily must include the DJ. And that also points to what the NCAC director said earlier, that we now need to begin to change our orientation about the place of the DJ in the music industry. So when we look at the creative industry and we acknowledge that music seems to be in fact, it's probably looking like the fastest runner now. Because although Nollywood is celebrated, but we see that Nollywood easily gets tired. And we need to pause and regain strength. But music has a way of keeping that beat going. So if you rate all the different sectors in the creative industry, music is one of the fastest marathon runners. Because music is probably one of the, well, if not the oldest, or certainly the oldest amongst the top in the creative industry. And that is why we find that the Afrobeat in music has been able to continually reinvent itself and relaunch itself and find a spot at the top of the chart. So it then means that for the industry, the creative industry, the music industry, to continue to occupy its space and its place, and to continue to bring the kind of return on investment to the country, we must have responsible players all along the value chain. There was a very sad incident that happened recently that also gained the attention of the National Assembly. And it was concerning a young man who, from, I would say, nowhere, just began to rise as a star. The star appeared to have fallen, but the brightness of that star became even more at the fall than it was when it was standing in the sky. Well, I have not called any names, because I want us to be able to think through it, detached from the other sentiments. The first lesson from that is that anybody well managed, well talented, well packaged, well delivered can become a star in the creative industry. But the interesting thing about the creative industry is that it chooses what to follow. It chooses its own stars. If we decide that, look, only white is fashionable, we'll just be wearing white. And you'll be wondering, what are they spiritualists? Why are they wearing white? But that becomes the fashion. Before you know it, we'll all be wearing white just to belong. The same way with our music, the same way with our other areas of the creative industry. Now, for that to be sustained, like I said, you need to have responsible middlemen. And that is where you now ask yourself, is there a difference between a licensed DJ and just any DJ. And I think the organizers, and at least those of us in this room, agree that we should separate the boys from the men and separate the girls from the ladies or from the women. We should, at this point, if we acknowledge that DJs are not just noisemakers, we should begin to find the appropriate qualities that will help us in that separation. Because a time must come when you allow the wind to separate the wheat from the chaff. One of the things that got me engaged, and you saw that I was looking busy here, I was listening, but there were some things I needed to quickly attend to. And that's because my men just told me that there was a container load of pirated books that was just arrested. So when my brother was talking about drugs and all that, I just saw similarities. But his own is good, because he can tell you why you should not take those hard drugs and the controlled substances, why you should not abuse drugs. Unfortunately, in our own field, when you tell people why they should not bring in a container load of pirated books, they won't see much that is wrong with it. And I always provide a simple test. If I brought cocaine to you and said, look, this is cocaine, please sniff some, you will think twice. If I brought a CD to you, or an MP3, or a flash, and I said, oh, these are oldies, the best of the oldies, and I say, look, 3,000. In fact, you will give me 5,000 and say, keep the change. You collect it. So, unlike other areas, like the NDLEA's work, NAFDAC and others, where people run away from bad products, in the case of copyright, they actually invite them and they want to embrace that product because it's cheap, or because they know they will enjoy the product and there will be no consequences. But interestingly, anytime there's an abuse of copyright, the consequence may not be immediate on the person abusing, but it will certainly erode something at the root of the creative industry. And sooner or later, we'll have a famished creative industry. So when you say that the creative industry in Nigeria will be worth $100 billion by 2030, in those days in secondary they say ceteris paribus, everything being equal. So if things are not equal, that calculation may never. And you know, decades have ways of appearing to be very far until you get there. So housing for all by the year this, health for all by the year this for all by the year this, until you get to that point and find that, look, nothing was waiting for you to enter. Now, why is it important for us to redefine who a DJ should be? It's because there are rights, there are consequences. And interestingly, and that's the beauty of where you are not just pervious. You are not just gate men. You are not gate men. And you just open door, music blares, you shut down, you go home. No, you are creative in your own right. And we have seen DJs are also able to compete in the market because they are able to repackage themselves, and when they bring out their beats, you will know that this one not ordinary DJ. And interestingly, music is going to a point now where you don't need a huge band before you can make music. Interestingly, a lot of DJs are also musicians. Some came from the broader music area. Some, not some, every DJ that is so well called has the soul of music. If you don't have the soul of music, you cannot have your eyes closed and you know the next track to follow. Those who don't know may be seeing you and saying, just shaking head for nothing. That head you are shaking, you are being elevated, not by any substance, hopefully. But as you shut your eyes, you are interpreting what you are listening to, and you have your own understanding of what should follow. So that by the time you finish playing and another DJ plays, there will be a difference, because there's a creative input that you have brought to bear in your work. It is that creative input that the songwriter, the lyricist, and every other person that says they own copyright have also brought to bear in their copyright works. So it's important that the DJ who is going to be the one interfacing between the public and the work must do it right. And there are two things that you must understand. One is major, the other one is minor. The minor one struck me when the DJ was being introduced. And I've since discovered that every DJ has his or her own sobriquet. You have your own stage name. And I wonder if today I want to be DJ Cool, what will stop me from saying I'm DJ Cool? What will stop me? So it will help me to start my own small thing. Once I buy this thing, I will put DJ Cool in front of it. Unfortunately, if you're not careful, I could deny you the use of DJ Cool. Because if I register my name, I can easily use that to wipe you out. So in those climes where people take this business seriously, they preempt what competitors could do or will do. I see my colleague, the legal advisor, nodding his head. So you can use that to preempt whatever your competitors will do. So if I were DJ Cool, I will register my DJ Cool. In fact, I will have my own symbol or insignia for DJ Cool. So that if you see it, even before you see the letters, you will know that's DJ Cool. That is one way you can use intellectual property to advance your business. Another way you can do it is for the industry itself to have its own rules. So I expect that Dejan will have a policy statement, a position on what happens, how do you use names, what can you do, what can you not do. Because apart from what the law provides, you can use self-regulation to achieve some control and enforce those controls. Now, coming to the bigger one, which is copyright. Interestingly, most people used to define copyright, and I won't be surprised if some of us here still define copyright to mean the playing of somebody else's music. So you hear, oh, that music is copyright. If a DJ says that, I will shake my head. If it's a member of Dejan, I will lament. Because copyright is not the fake one or the cover version or copyright is the right that the owner of the work has to control certain use of his or her work. Very simple definition that anybody can understand. It then means that if you own music, there are some rights that the law gives to you, and those rights are exclusive. In other words, you have control over the use or the exploitation of those rights. Now, even if they don't bring them before I leave here, I will try and stretch myself a bit, and I will give some copies of the Copyright Act in the raw state as gazetted. I will leave some copies with Dejan. So if it's going to be 10 copies per chapter, 5 copies per chapter, or whatever, at least let some copies go around. But I will give indulgence, because for music, interestingly, the copyright law does not really talk about music. It doesn't protect music. It protects lyrics as literary works. It protects the composition as musical works, and it protects the sound recording, which is the format in which the music is carried. So you see that although we talk of music, music can be broken down to at least those 3 different segments. And anytime you do that your thing, and you are enjoying rolling out the music, and you are scratching it, you may be creating your own music, but you would have been using somebody else's music. And in that music, there will at least be one of those 3 I mentioned. Because you can have music without words, so there's no lyrics to it. So you could have an instrumental rendition. You could have lyrics without composition, in which case it will never be music. It will remain, and a cappella must have some composition, because it is the rhythm that makes it music. Otherwise, it will be poetry. There's one example I love giving. I don't know the song too well, but I'm sure you know it very well. That music started as a poem, because the singer or the performer, who probably did not do the composition but was performing, in the rendition of the song said that music was on the table and her mother saw it. You see that. You see that even without saying more, you already know where we're going. So for as long as it was on the table and the mother was seeing it, I said, this is good, but you're gonna sing this. Yes. I don't think you're going to sing. Yes. It means then that what was there was not the music yet. It was the lyrics. And then somebody now put the composition to it and made it music. And somebody came and performed it. And it was recorded. In those days, of course, vinyl, CDs and all that. But now, it is now always available in the cloud. But anytime you play it, you are playing somebody's work. And if care is not taken, you will be infringing on somebody's rights. I will crave your indulgence just to quickly read this, and I'll be rounding up soon. Because for every work under the copyright law, there is a clear definition of the boundaries, the length and the breadth. Nobody should harass you and ask you for more than he or she is entitled to. So, interestingly, there was a case that went to court. Let me just, it will sound like an anecdote now, but it's not. Somebody borrowed money from a bank and he put his books, he used the money to publish a set of books, and had agreed to use the books and other things as collaterals. When he was defaulting, but he was still paying, by and by. But the bank got distressed, and NDIC took over the bank. And they took over the assets and the liabilities of that bank, including the cartons of books that were still waiting to be sold. NDIC went ahead and auctioned those books, sold them off. And the man saw his books being sold at such a ridiculous price in Lagos, and he went to court against NDIC. And he sued for copyright infringement. And the court awarded him damages. That it was wrong for the bank or NDIC to have sold those books without the authorization of the copyright owner. We are nodding our heads because we think the court was right. Abi? Then the NDIC went on appeal. And casually I just looked at it and I laughed. What did NDIC do wrong? They sold the books at a cheaper price. Is it against the law to sell books at a lower price? No. The rights of a copyright owner does not include the right to sell after the first release of the books. You have a right to stop somebody from selling pirated copies of your books. But if you have sold if I buy your books at 10,000 and I choose to sell them as 5,000, it's my business. Okay. And if I sell at 5,000, what's your business? I bought the books are original. So that is talking about the length and breadth of rights. But once the length and breadth have been determined, then you must respect what the law grants to the right owner. For instance, the owner of a musical work under the Copyright Act has the following rights. One, which is often called the grandfather right, the right to reproduce the work. And to reproduce means to either make copies, physical or digital. It means then that anytime you take my music from the cloud and you put it in your hard drive, you have made a copy. You have made a copy. So you have reproduced the music. Two is to publish the work. In other words, to make the work available to the public. Three, and this is where DJs have to be a bit circumspect. To perform the work in public. You can perform the work in your bedroom and nobody can come to you and ask. You can play it anyhow in your bedroom. But the moment you perform, and by performance, playing it is performance. In public, it means where people more than your immediate family and private members will hear or listen to it. There was a case involving issue of public performance. You know, people can be very smart. I will mention two cases. One, the guy was playing the music in a restaurant kind of arrangement. But the music was not really in the area where they were eating. So the music was kept in some other adjoining room. But the people eating will be hearing the music. They said that was public performance. There was a case, and you see this when you go to other places, you see it a lot in music shops. Here, if you are going to Oshodi, the way you will see it is that you will see loudspeakers blaring the music. If you go to other climes, they will not blare the music. They will provide you with headsets. If you want to listen to the music, you put that on and you sample what you want to buy, you listen. The reason is that for as long as it is in the headset, it's not performance in public. Because individuals come there and listen and go. But here, we blare the music, so it's public performance. But interestingly, because of the coming of the internet, it became clear that public performance was no longer enough. Because the question then was, what happens if I can stay in my house, sign up to djcool.com.ng and listen to music? Is that public performance? No. Because we are all in our houses listening. So like 20,000 could be listening at the same time. Meanwhile, the guy at the back end at DJ Cool is giving us good music. And while we are listening, adverts are dropping. And he's making money. But the owner of the music makes nothing. So, based on the internet treaties that came in 1996, they now introduced a new right. The right of making available. Because the person that makes available is not giving it to you to use. He's only putting it where you can use it. So he makes it available to you. You now choose when, how to listen or download or do whatever you want with the material. So you won't say he performed it. You won't say he even communicated it. But he just kept it where you can access it. So there is now a right of making available, which is also in our law. So there's a right of publishing to the public, there's a right of communicating to the public, there's a right of making available to the public, there's a right of reproduction. So that is why those who own music, they get worried when one of the major players in the value chain now decides to distort how he is to move it to the next level. Because if you keep doing that, you will damage the ecosystem. And that is what led the Nigerian Corporate Commission to say, look, because there was a time we started having complaints from MCSN. DJs are using music, they are not paying, they are not this. And we said, look, take it easy. these people are also trying to struggle in the same space where everybody is struggling. But we agree that everybody, there must be a give and take. And we said we'll broker a win-win licensing arrangement between you and the DJs Association. And the rest is history. And I must commend Dejan and the executive. And I must celebrate Dejan and celebrate all of you here. Because somehow, in this last few years, you seem to have changed. You may not know it because you are involved. You are inside, you don't know. But for those of us seeing DJs from outside, you have changed the color. You've changed the flavor, and you've changed the respect, the profile and respect that we now give when we see DJs. Interestingly, I've taken more interest, and I saw that even in struggles, like we saw when we had the NSAS, DJs had a voice. They had good followership. And it means that in your own right, you are influencers. Which means you can monetize that your influence. And that's why NDLA will come here and say, look, please help us to send this message. Corporate has said that, in fact, we'll do more. Because when I was coming, I was like, Kai, what a shame. Nigerian Corporate Commission should have occupied a key spot as a major sponsor of this conference. And I was looking at where people hid our names. I'm not sure I even saw it. I saw maybe it's to be the next edition, or maybe there's a supplementary backdrop. But why shouldn't it be? Because whether you like it or not, we are not just regulating. We are partners. Yeah. And one of the things we want to achieve is to begin to see how we can leverage on the profile of DJs and empower more DJs to be able to do it professionally. Because if you are so busy, yes, my brother said that, you do it part-time, you have other things. After I was just like, look, what's this banking job I'm doing from? Let me go and sleep and then do my DJ work. You will have 1, 2, 3 people working for you. So you are ever busy. And you are like any other entrepreneur, you are like any other business person, you are running an industry. But for you to do that and do it right, there must be some regulation. Because one of the things that kills entrepreneurship is when entry, when performance, when nothing is regulated. Anybody can come. You may, for now, think that, why do you want to regulate? Don't stop us, let us go. It's in your own interest. It's in your own. Otherwise, if we were to have all those that can play music in Abuja, in this hall, they will outnumber you. There are those ones that just carry small, in those days it would be tape recorder, but just carry one small thing and, they say they told their DJs. You have them. Because we have seen it play out in every other industry where lack of regulation, where lack of standards will become the albatross. And over time, you just find that it's just an all-common thing. And of course, they will price you cheaper. So when you are talking, you say you are Dejan, you say how much? You say 500. Just to play me, just to do like this in 500. I'll tell you, wait. I know somebody in my yard who will do it for 50. And the man will come. She needs to carry this thing. He will come with his console, also mount it. The play will be different. But it doesn't matter to me because nothing tells me that you are special. So if we get it right, and interestingly, I'll be wrapping up now. The Commission, under the new Copyright Act, now has more powers to regulate industries that are involved in the production, in the sale, in the distribution, and other uses of copyright works. That power was not so wide before. And looking at that power, we have seen that we can provide a regulatory framework for those who will operate as DJs. And because of that, we can tell any CMO, like MCSN, and say, no, this, your tariff is too high. Because we can also regulate them in terms of tariff setting. But if we don't know you, then we may not feel obliged when it comes to setting those boundaries that will also protect you in doing your business. And that's why today, anywhere I go and I see somebody performing, I will almost always want to go there and just chat the person up to know, okay, are you in Dejan, this and that. But what I find is that there's nothing I see that will tell me immediately that this person is in Dejan. So I would have loved to see that whenever a member of Dejan is playing, thank God there's more than enough space. What do you call this console? The box.
Flight cases.
Sorry?
Flight cases.
Ah, flight
cases.
Okay. You see, there are things I don't know really. There's more than enough space on that can carry a number. That can carry a number. And if the person wants, it can carry a name. But I can say, if I see a number, I'll say, leave him. We know him. He's licensed. I don't say the number, I'll wait for you. If I don't want to embarrass your clients, I'll wait for you outside. And the moment you are shutting down, I will invite you to come and answer questions. Because I would have captured you playing, I would have gotten your catalog, and I will know that you reproduce other people's music, you performed in public without authorization, and I will keep you for some days. But if there's no number, it will be, you said this, I didn't say it's not me, it's you. No. ID cards are good, but ID cards will mean you to ask the person, okay, where's your ID? Oh, I forgot it in the car. Is this and that. So these are ways we can improve and make us more visible, standardized, and just make the business easier. I can assure you that in other climes, you will not find somebody performing in a nightclub and that performance is not already paid for. The license will be there. In many cases, the owner of the premises would have taken the license that will cover everything going on there. That is how it should be. And the reason why it's important to have that is because Nigeria belongs to an international community of users and right owners. We have obligations. So when Davido's music is played in, say, Oslo, somebody will collect the money due to Davido. When a music from Sweden, Norway, US, UK, wherever is played in Nigeria, they too will expect that a little amount due will be collected. And at the end of the day, the CMO here will return what belongs to them, and they will transfer what belongs to us. The star story I talked about at the beginning, one of the things that, because the commission had to also look into the matter and see what could be playing out, but one of the things that gave us comfort was that the young man's music, at least 3 of his tracks, were topping on on different streaming platforms. And once we checked those streaming platforms, we were assured that, look, there's no problem. The money will be there. It depends now on the accounting circle, but the money will be there. Because if Spotify plays your music, if your music on Boomplay, what you earn will drop into the account. That is how the world runs, to turn music into money. That is the only way a musician or anybody in the creative industry can have the assurance that what will happen in 2030, when we think the industry will be 100 billion, will translate to some alert on your phone. And if there is one group that stands at that crossroad where paths are crossing, I believe it's the DJs, and it is those of you in the hall. Just as some of you are waiting to blow as musicians, remember that when you blow and you hit the airwaves and begin to make so much money, what you make will depend on what the DJs do or do not do with your music. So once again, I thank you very much, and I hope that this DJ is licensed. Otherwise, I won't allow you to play here. Huh? Okay. I will adjust test run it so that I will see how I can pick you up, and thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Distinguished colleague, a round of applause.
Thank you, sir.
Shall we have a few questions for Director General at the Nigerian Corporate Commission, Dr. John? Yeah, President. Can we have some questions from delegates here, please?
Sir, I did a material as far back as 1999, 2000, 2001 in Night of 1,000 Laughs. I did a song about Calabar girls and Edo girls. Yes, we were paid for it, but later it was now used as a public material. And later on, somebody put it on YouTube. And on YouTube, over years, it has gathered millions of views. So when I now ask questions, they say, now the best way to put that for YouTube, now they get the money. But the material and everything, now my program, I work. I've not made a dime from it, sir. How do I recover my money?
DJs, one big one for us.
Also appreciate.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, my name is Dejan at one time National Director of Socials and the immediate past Chairman Kaduna Chapter, Dejan.
Thank you very much.
I really want to appreciate the justice you did to the issue of copyright. However, as DJs, we have a peculiar challenge. And of course, when you go out there, like you rightly said, there are thousands of DJs, and a few have decided to do the needful by obtaining their licenses. But you agree with me that Dejan is all over Nigeria. And of course, we know that there is a CMO that is supposed to collect. Now, however, as Dejan, we feel like some of us who have license are being cheated. Now, what is the NCC? What is the plan of the NCC to see that those DJs who don't have licenses will be, what's the plan that NCC has to make sure that those DJs will obtain their licenses? And then secondly, you will discover that the CMOs are in few states in the federation. Now, how would a DJ that is in Plateau State, for instance, that doesn't have a CMO in his state, how would that DJ obtain a license? And those DJs that are Dejanians in states that MCSN and NCC doesn't exist, DJ will be forced to collect licenses from them too, to meet up their understanding that they have with MCSN. Now, how would those DJs feel? What would be the plan of the Nigerian Copyright Commission to making sure that those DJs too in those states are compliant? Thank you.
Please. DJs. My name is DJ MCD from Kano, the present National Treasurer. My question is so simple and short. Is there any mechanism put in place to measure the performance of the CMO, which is MCSN? Because Dejan has an MOU with MCSN. So we want to know if there's a mechanism put in place to measure the enforcement so that we'll be convinced and we'll be able to acquire more licenses since we have the capacity of 5,000 for the moment.
I'm DJ Stabo from Delta State, the present Provost Marshal. DJs on beat, one voice. Sir, the question goes to you. How will a licensed DJ come on live on Facebook, Instagram, doing his live recording? The song will be adopted or deleted immediately. How can we go on live without that occurring, sir?
My name is DJ Perfect International, Deputy National President. Observation, and it's a question also. Why is MCSN not performing? They are not performing because we pay them the agreed fees, they license us, but we become laughing stock in the eyes of non-Dejanians who are not paying, and no enforcement whatsoever is being taken, and no hope. They are not giving us any hope of enforcement. And the danger, sir, is if they continue with this attitude, our members may not want to pay again. Having in mind what happened between us and the first CMO, that was the custom that nearly destroyed Dejan. If this MOU goes wrong, Dejan will have a foundational problem, and we want to avoid it. Please, after answering the question, do you want to also assure us that we as an association of DJs, it is not in our duty, it is not our job to do enforcement or to bring MCSN to do their job. Please, our association is in danger because of this MOU. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Just to be able to run through them in time, I will crave your indulgence if I don't have to mention names. Just everybody's a DJ, so we'll just take it quickly from there. The first question, well, maybe in deference to the National Vice President, okay, Deputy, but maybe I should take your question first. No, you are serving the people. I'll take your own last. So the first question about
because of our own events,
music and Facebook, or use of music on Facebook. I think they bring it down. Is it that one? Okay. Well, the truth is, first you must comply with the rules governing the platform on which you want to upload or platform on which you want to place your materials. But I do know that some people Well, it happens in just about any area. People pick things from here and there and monetize it for their own gain. If there are small clips, they can be allowed. But if it gets past a particular threshold, they will be flagged. Even if they are small clips, as the owner or as the aggregator, you can flag those materials, and the platform will use its own rules to determine what to do. And the good thing about the new Copyright Act is there are provisions now for takedown, where it gets to a point where we need to bring down the materials. If the platform is not doing what you have asked for, you can make a report, and the commission will go after the person who is running that platform. And once he's asked to take down, I think by the time you do 2-3 strikes, you go ahead and shut down that platform. So we can intervene if the owner of the platform is not able to do what is required of him to do. But interestingly, the Margaret, introduced you as MC Miracle?
No, this is the MC Miracle.
You asked the first question.
Yes.
And you said formerly known as MC Basket Mouth. And I was going to say, in fact, when you were calling yourself Basket Mouth, you would have had a lot of issues with the other Basket Mouth.
I gave him the name.
Okay, very good. But what happened now? What happened in that Night of 1,000 Laughs, right? The Calabar Girl thing and all that. Again, it's a lesson we should learn. When you are creating, your very first step matters. And in most cases, the first thing is, what did you agree to? Very often we engage without contracts. If an MC is being engaged, and you know there could be issues with NCC coming to harass you, ask the person, I hope the place you are using is licensed. Because that will be important. If it's not licensed and you are licensed, your own license will cover you. The same way there is vaccination for the mother, there's a vaccination for the baby. So we must know who is getting what. So in your own case, and those early use of comedy and all that, people did not really negotiate some of these deals. And in this business, there are some birds that have flown away. You have to let them go. Because going to search for those birds in the bush will deny you the time you need to create new ones. So let go of some and focus on the ones ahead. That is going to be one message that will run through some of the other questions that I'm going to answer. Where we are now, we can begin to think and chart our way forward. So, in comedy, there are a lot of issues. Somebody will hear your comedy, before you know it, it's being used and used.
Are using it now.
Yes. Unfortunately, it's even hard to know who started, who did the comedy first. Unlike this one, even here you have them, there are comedy writers. So even the comedian may not have been the one that wrote the comedy. Somebody writes the joke and gives to you, and but there are deals on how each person is compensated. But your performance will always belong to you, and we will find ways around that. Now, NCC's plan for DJs without licenses. You see, one of the things that often strike us, and in some cases tie our hands in this part of the world, is the way we dramatize poverty.
Recognize this person.
If people are on the streets selling, they say leave them now. It's just what they will eat they are looking for. The man that is also selling even drugs by the streets, they say this is a small person, and leave him. He just wants something to eat. And in the process, nobody wants anybody to be arrested. It's also good to see the strength behind those you are enforcing for. And my seeing Dejan today now reminds me that there is work to be done. Once we have it from the authority of Dejan that you people say you are not comfortable with the way things are, poverty should not be an excuse for somebody to say, let me just play this weekend. I will come, we'll go ahead. We will discuss further with the CMOs, and I will say that they have started, because they reached out to us, they pestered us and told us that they want to start campaigns on different media from November 1st. So we cleared some of those adverts. We even issued an advisory, yes, which we call the corporate advisory, to say if you are doing this, make sure you have a license. And that's to help us that when we now come after those people, they will not say that they were not told. We had a few cases in Benin. In fact, there was one that one top person had to call and say, please, these people, they are at a wedding, and they hear that, they want to shut down the thing. The people are coming from the church and you want to shut down the premises. I mean, place is not licensed. So I said, okay, what are the assurances? Oh, I will make sure that this, and I called one two person, are you in touch with these people? And I confirmed that there was some discussion going on. And I said, okay, don't disrupt somebody's life. Because if for some reason they come out of church and that premises is locked, I mean, somebody can just go, so let's manage it. But going forward, we will try and make sure that you get value for the licenses you obtain. And that takes me to the question about, what we are doing to ensure that you don't become laughing stock. We have oversight function over the CMOs. We have regulatory powers over them. We have a copy of the CMO that was signed. In fact, I have a copy I printed here. So, once in a while, we will also go through and see that parties are keeping to the terms of the MOU. If the judge sees that there is a drop in the level of attention or in the respect for the MOU, please draw our attention to that, so we can nip some things in the bud. Yes. Okay? Yes, I've noted it. So that's why I'm responding that let's continue doing that. So if I see where there's a drop in performance, we will step in and we'll ask the right questions. Now, coming to those states where there are no CMO offices or whatever, I think the CMOs can work out an arrangement with Dejan so that you can warehouse some licenses and move on to them. I mean, there are ways of reaching even the remotest part of Nigeria using proxies, so they can always work with Dejan national or states to reach those points. So long as the people are sure that they are interested and they are willing to have licenses. So let's put that in place so that when we start going out, it won't be that I wanted to get a license, it's just I couldn't get it. Then we'll know who we are after. And I've mentioned here some of the things that I've advised so that it will be easy. Let someone who has taken a license have a number. Then it will be easy to just know that this person is not licensed. Even without talking with the person, you know that you just wait for him. As he's finishing, you pick him up. Sometimes it's better to do it when he's coming out, because then nobody is interested in him again.
He has finished his job.
Yes. If you do it while he's there, dancers will come, the others will come, and maybe you are 3, they are like 15. They will overwhelm you. So we work out the strategy, but let's keep this dialogue going, And one way to strengthen that is to introduce that regulation. If we introduce that regulation, then you will not only be accountable to the CMO, you will be accountable to the NCC, because under the new law, if you are in breach of a regulation, it is a criminal offense. So it's already there. If there's a regulation and you are in breach of the regulation, there is a penalty for that as a crime. So we'll use that to strengthen, so that, like I said earlier, we can separate the boys from the men. Now, on the mechanism to measure the performance of MCSN, there are mechanisms because they give reports annually. We listen to the licensees, we observe on our own, and we also know that there are global best practices and there are standards. So based on those standards, we can on our own measure. But like I said, if there's a drop in their performance, let us know. And you mentioned the near fatal impact of an earlier relationship. And that is what we have said, that it's not a one-way traffic. A licensee and the licensor, or the CMO and the licensee, is not a master-servant relationship. It's because the system understands that you need to use this work, but against a license. So the license should not be onerous. The person licensing should not become irresponsible, and it should not lord over you as if you are now a slave in this ecosystem. That is what the commission will ensure does not happen. Now, why music is being taken down, on those platforms? Well, in fact, it's not even a human that will take them down. In many cases, it's the algorithm. Once the computers, the system sees that this music has been played or belongs to somebody else, the person uploading is not the owner, it will bring it down. It's for you to now show that, no, I'm the person that owns the music. And it comes to what I said earlier, that it is not permitted that you just upload somebody's music and you start using it. So most of those platforms, because they know they will be liable, if somebody comes after them for keeping your music, keeping a music from the wrong person on their platform. That's why they will bring it down, so as to save themselves from liability. So if you upload music that is not your own, in many platforms, they will flag it. And it's for you to show why it should remain there, otherwise it will go. Need for more enlightenment and to sensitize DJs. I apologize that we have not done enough. We will do more. We will do more. And what we are asking now is that anywhere we can pass the message, anyhow we can pass the message, let's do that. If you get back to your chapters and you need somebody from the state office of NCC to come and talk to you, let us know. They can come and sensitize your people, and we'll keep that going. Like I said earlier, MCSN has begun that campaign. The commission will also do more of that, and we are hoping that we'll be able to have all the right owners on the same listing, that we can send out those advisories and address all the issues. I have answered the last question, why is MCSN not performing? I think they are waking up to their responsibilities, and we will do more to strengthen those who are paying and not make you laughing stock of those who are not paying. The bad ones should not rule, and the good ones now being the ones that will be suffering. It will not happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. My name is DJ Paris. Yeah, I've been DJing for up to 12 years right now, and we're still going and still kicking. It's been lovely trying to make the people feel alive. It's a nice experience, I'll tell you. It's something that you have to try yourself. Gone are the days where DJs have been looked like how do we call it, like illegal people. Right now, the craft is meant for doctors, lawyers. Come on, be a DJ. It's good for your health, it's good for your well-being. It's even fun, and it's good for your physical being. So just try it out. It's nice.
My name is Agaga Fabulous Ehije. I'm the Vice Chairman, Dejan, Edo State. With the activities of today, I hope to learn more, because I believe we're going to have some star DJs around and some people to tutor us in areas of how to boost our business. It's a conference. We hold this once in a year to meet ourselves and learn from those who have been able to go beyond our level. So I hope to learn today because I love learning, and I hope to also bring in my own knowledge and impart on people who will also learn from me.
Distinguished colleague, I want to invite to the microphone for his own, talk as one of our special guests is from the ILS Anthony's. That is Babatunde Oyefeso, the legal advisor to Dejan National, ladies and gentlemen.
Please, let's clap for the law. I need to defend you now. When NCC come carry now, I need to come out.
May I be allowed to stand on the existing protocol? It won't break because I'm a lightweight. One thing I bring to you is the felicitations from our own firm. When you have an association who is celebrating 30 years of meeting, it tells you that they've gone through a bit of panel beating here and there. In business circles, we always say that a company that survives 5 years has a chance of going far. And so I want to congratulate you that you've been able to hold your 13th conference. At least it means that since 2010 you've been meeting, and I wish you well. I wish you well, hoping that a lot of things that are being said in this meeting would all take it back to our state chapters and work with it. One thing is very clear, and I want each and every one of us to bear that in mind, and that is that having the NCC, in attendance represented by the GG shows that you've been able to strike a synergy with the regulator. As lawyers, what we do is that when we go to court, we watch the body movement of the judge to determine is he listening, and if he's listening, am I making sense? Because he's also human. If he's listening and you are not making sense, you would see from his attitude, and then you can now readjust your arguments to ensure that you get victory. And sitting down here, listening to the DG of NCC, Dr. John Asen, one thing I can say is that I don't know how you guys were able to do it, but you have him in your pocket. And and then coupled with the fact that there's a new NCC Act, which they try to work in to ensure that everyone in the value chain, in the ecosystem, is a full beneficiary. It tells you that they also understand the fact that the creative industry has great potential. I was amazed at the statistics he shared about what could come out of this ecosystem in the next 7 years. We're in 2013. We're in 2023 now, and that statistics is for 2030. It tells you that there's still much great potentials within the creative industry, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to key into it. One thing is very sure, and that is that he had, in a little way, spoken to each and every one seated here on the need for you to have your brand registered, as well as your license. And I want to encourage each and every one of us to do that. He has fulfilled his promise. I can see the new NCC Act on the table here, and I'm sure that the way it goes, each state chapter that is represented here will get a copy for you to look at, and then you'll be able to mind those relevant portions that would increase and magnify, and ensure your presence is well felt in your locality. Now, one of the questions that was said, I believe, by the Deputy President had to do with the issue of how to get the benefit. And one thing about getting benefit starts with everyone who is seated here. Everyone who is seated here should understand that you're a brand ambassador, and you are also a key stakeholder in the growth of this association. If, in local parlance, we have those we call PhD. PhD means pull them down. If we all decide to pull down this association, then we will not be able to derive a benefit from it. Meanwhile, if we all decide, to come together to ensure that the association grows, then definitely we would also be ones who will receive beneficiaries from whatever comes from it. There's the principle of the first comer partaker. And in the principle of the first comer partaker, those who are first, in ensuring that an organization is fully rooted, always get benefits from it. I want to encourage each and every one of us to do that. Now, there was something I wanted to say, but the DG, in a subtle way, had said it, and that is the need for everyone to ensure, times are changing. In every engagement you have now, ensure that you have an understanding, whether it's on paper, a little understanding of what the terms of your engagement for that event is, so that there's no need to speak too much grammar. Once you have it and you understand it, if any issue or dispute arise, you can always bring it out for interpretation, and that ends that dispute. It's important to have that in mind, so that you can always, as you go from here, you can get that done. As we usually say, information is key. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. I want to congratulate again Dejan for this conference. It's been educative, and the issue of the role of a licensed DJ, in this ever-changing, because the truth is that the industry is changing. Years ago, we never had the streaming platform. Now we have streaming platforms, and they also are evolving. They are coming up with their own regulations. Somebody asked a question about their shows being pulled down, and those streaming platforms have their own regulations. And it tells us that, unlike years ago when this business was for those who are dropouts, I'm sure everybody has realized that those who do this business are people who are well lettered, so that you understand who you are dealing with. The world has become a global village. It's no longer a Gariki village show. Whatever show you are having here, you'll be shocked to know that because of the way the internet works, somebody actually in Australia is watching you right now. You can't tell the person, even though we are at different time zone, to go and sleep. If the person can't sleep and he just flips onto the Facebook or onto the internet, he sees you. And for whatever reason, he likes what you are doing, who knows? You can just get an invite to come and do your thing in Australia. Once again, I wish every conferee well, and I want to thank the ESCO for inviting me. I'm sorry I would have to take my leave. I had to squeeze time here. As lawyers, so many things beg for our attention, and I have a deadline I need to meet. I need to file 2 briefs today, and today is my last day, but I had to just ensure that for whatever it's worth, I sneak in here to felicitate with the association as we celebrate. Thank you and God bless.
DJ Perfect International, Dejan Deputy National President. These are about 36 years I've been DJing. It's a whole lot of experience, taking me to so many places, meeting so many people, important people for that matter, including you. So it has been a very wonderful experience. And thank God we were able to set up this association, and we were able to meet our friends and colleagues across the country, and all of us getting to know each other. And that is the reason why we are here, and we are happy. Well, there are a whole lot of things to be achieved. In the last 4 years, we've not had conference because of COVID and the insecurity challenges around the country. Today, we are coming together after 4 years to talk to ourselves, to believe more in the profession, to create opportunities for younger ones that will come after us, to teach them how to live a quality life, how to survive in DJing. And because DJing has gone beyond carrying speakers to event places, playing music, DJing has gone digital. And that's what we hope to achieve, not leaving government behind. We also want to assist the federal government to employ labor, to also take kids out of the street.
from the Federal Capital Territory Social Development Secretariat, representing the Mandate Secretary, Mrs. Joyce Garba, for presentation, distinguished colleague.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Joyce Garba from Social Development Secretariat, FCT, and my colleague is here. We're here to represent the Mandate Secretary in person of Ibrahim Aminu. And he's first of all wants to congratulate you on your 13th conference. He sends his warm greetings and that he recognizes with you, and he's happy that you invited him to this program. You're doing a good job. You're putting smiles on people. You know, without you, events will be boring, right? Keep doing the good work. Wishing you all the best in your endeavors. He is also sending greetings to the board, and he has said, keep involving younger people. Give them a platform so they could showcase their talents as well. He wishes you all the best in your endeavor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mama. We are so glad to have you. And those take our regards back to the Mandate Secretary and the entire Secretariat. We want to express our profound gratitude for the privilege and the audience granted to us, and to have you come speak to us on this very special occasion. DG, I have a letter I need to read to you, sir. I beg you, I seek for your indulgence. So my name is DJ TY, the State PRO of Benue State. We, Benue State, had our state election 1st of September 2023. One of the criteria qualifying us was to get an MCSN license, which we all did. The license came a month later in October with an expiry date of December. Our question is, will we be expected to renew it after 3 months? Why didn't it start counting from the date we paid?
Good question. Good question. First, I must say that this is a serious letter, and I will take it up with MCSN. I know that they have their circle of license term, but there must be a way to put a human face to every rule. If you go for a driver's license, usually it runs from the date you collected to the anniversary of that license. It won't be that it will end and, there's nothing sacrosanct about a December 31st. So I'll discuss this with them, and we will find a way to let them see that this doesn't look right. So, trust me, the letter is well received. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your answer, sir. Sir, I want to speak the mind of most of us here.
Another letter?
No, not a letter, sir. But I wish we have the MCSN seated here. We have tons of questions. We have our hearts are agitated to hear from them, to see how they intend to implement the funds being realized from our licenses, how they tend to implement it, what the essence of the license, the essence of the copyright. So it baffles us that all our money is not just being taken for.
No, let me say this. I'm not going to speak for them. All right. They can speak for themselves. First, what I would suggest to them is they should have an open forum with Dejan. Even if it's going to be virtual, they can have an open forum where they will just listen to members of Dejan, because this is a huge constituency.
Yes.
So I will advise them. I will take that back to them. I don't know why they are not here. I don't know if they were invited.
Yes, they were invited. Sir.
Okay. that's strange because I know that we've had other engagements, National Assembly inquiries and all that, and they managed to come to Abuja. And I know that they often respect, invitations and time. So I will let them know, and I'm sure you guys will get back to them and they will be able to respond. So on our own, I can say for sure that it may, well, sorry to use this, and I don't mean to disrespect the faith or anybody. But you see how people sometimes keep asking questions about what happens to their offering? This is not even an offering, but sometimes I can understand where there are misgivings as to where does this money really go to.
Yes.
The truth is that the money, like I said earlier, is supposed to cover all members of MCSN, all members of affiliates of MCSN, and all other persons whose works may have been used. Because they have not gone fully scientific or digital. So they won't know, for instance, the music that will be played by the DJ now. If we get to that point, maybe somewhere down the road, it will be possible to know what music has been played by any DJ. Because the digital signature, the footprint will be there, and you can monitor digitally. Until we get there, they have a mechanism for splitting the money to get to the right owners. It's not their money. It's actually money meant for those whose works have been used. And we are supposed to ensure that that is kept sacrosanct.
Thank you very much, sir. That is so relieving to hear. And is it possible, or is there a procedure of having an MCSN office or branch in every state across the nation? MCSN now, this is not NCC. I know you've spoken about NCC earlier, but what's the possibility of this?
I can mention this. Why they don't have in all the states, it may not even be so efficient and economic wise to have in every state. I think what should happen is that using technology and using all the facilities that are now available to ensure that they reach every state. And one of the ways is we'll try and encourage them to provide on their websites and provide linkages that reach. I mean, even for the DJ concern, it will be too much trouble if you have to always travel to the state capital to go and file for simple license. So they don't have it in all the states, but I know that they will identify strategic points across the 6 geographical zones where they have a presence, and then use the facility of technology and even reach out to ensure that they're able to get the licenses. In some cases, they may have to go out rather than sitting somewhere and expect people to most of the state they don't even have there for licenses. Like I said earlier, Dejan will always work with them to find a workable arrangement that will ensure a win-win outcome.
Thank you very much for your answers. Please, there are some recommendations. I have a couple of letters. I don't want to read them all. But basically, one of the recommendations is how do we incorporate task force of Dejan into NCC so that because we know people that are not licensed. We have the industry. So how can we create a better synergy between Dejan in our various units, states and chapters with NCC so that the law and the enforcement of license and regulation can be speed up or can be made easy. Now, you see, how easy is it for us to reach out to NCC and say, okay, we have someone, we need to apprehend some certain person, we want to bring down some institutions or persons like that. How well is a recommendation that it should not power be given to Dejan as an institution of the body of the profession to apprehend and probably hand over to law enforcement for all licensed DJ? Must we wait for NCC to come and, for MCSN and NCC to come and execute apprehending or bringing down? DJ Kulabo from Oyo State said, why are we not seeing the impact of MCSN and other parastatals that use music for commercial purposes?
Like I said at the beginning of my presentation, that I was busy trying to attend to a container that was impounded.
Yes, sir.
One of the things that the booksellers will say is, why is it that you are now focusing on us? Are we the only pirates in Nigeria? So every person you meet thinks that he's the only one you are accosting. And that's what every enforcement agency faces. The man you are catching thinks it's only his neighborhood that you have been. Yes. I can assure you that this is not just about Dejan. If anything, for those who are compliant, we're not coming after Dejan the same way we come after pirates. We approach Dejan as people that just need to be well enlightened and hopefully get converted to do business the right way. I can assure you that we will not overstep what the law provides for, but if we apply force, it's because, like I said, I wouldn't want people who don't mean well for the creative industry to get away with murder, while those who are willing to comply are now suffering because they are paying for what their neighbor is not paying for. I mean, it's like you are paying NEPA bills and somebody is tapping from the pole. And you are wondering, why can't somebody come and disconnect this man? If care is not taken, one day you will go and look for a ladder and begin to learn how to connect to that pole. So we won't allow that happen, but I can assure you that it's not only Dejan that we are calling out.
Thank you very much, sir.
My name is His Excellency Governor DJ Vikesh from Lagos State, the Social Director of Lagos State, Dejan. Well, you know, DJ is a very sweet job, and then I've been DJing for a couple of years, and then it has affected my life positively. And being a member of Dejan, you know, Dejan has give room for this extra family from your family. Dejan is like a family. So when you get to meet a lot of DJs, a lot of opportunities and all that. So Dejan is a family. Yeah, my advice is, as I always say, if you are a DJ and you are not a member of Dejan, you are not a professional DJ. So be a Dejan member. One beat, one voice.
Distinguished colleague, I want to invite the console for a special performance, DJ Click.
The time of this visit, we didn't have high respect.
Summer heat, summer heat, summer heat, summer heat, summer rain, summer heat, summer rain, summer heat, summer rain, summer love is here again. Oh my girl, we take a ride. Cruise the strip, sunset high.
What I do in my life, if you don't like I do Fatima. What I do with my money, if I go broke I go control them. Okay, thanks for your concern, I can't manage that. So don't worry about me, worry about your airline. Underrated, but I'm still cashing out. You go check, you say I get money, back your face. Oh, my G, Shulu, till you spend on your own. My G, all day on. Oh, my G, Shulu, till you spend on your own. My G, all day on. Ask my sister. Would you like Bashita? Ask my sister. No visa. But ask your sister. She knows that she's not down when you feel the beat, you go down low. She knows that she's not down when you feel the beat, you go down low. I'm all day by day, me and the grind I also. Make you watch one day, it go like you are reading. Say bad my feet up, but that's what you don't tell. Now them get their mouth, make them run their mouth. Let's see, there's no how to stop, boy, come from there to there. We're bringing back again. We're bringing back again. We're bringing back again. With your busy body, your beat, everybody, it's the way I see this. This is the witness. This is the witness. This is the witness. Okay now, we go now. Here we go now. We go now. It's a ball of show now. This is fresh on my shot. See them, then they come back again. The big get one again now. You just begin to look the center. There's been like no pretender. So make it stop with the back and stop with the two. That I'm falling from one to be two. Just it came. Just it came. When you go myself for the love, you don't say what I don't ask. I'm in love. I'm in love. Mama, you don't make me fall.
out for lockdown, Yo, you feel like far down. If I tell you say I love you, no day for me young girl. No tell me no. Baby, come give me
Jata Ufemu, DJ Descent, the state chairman, Delta State, Dejan, Nigeria. That's my name. Yeah, it has been marvelous. Yeah, it has been good. And we've been doing well, most especially when it comes to this entertainment industry in Delta State. And so the DJ profession is one beautiful thing I believe so much in, that has put food on my table, done so much in terms of the economy of this country. So I believe I'm an employer of labor as well. I have more than 5 staff under me. And so the job has been really contributing so much to the society.
My name is Valentine Memoraye, Cool DJ Val, my stage name. I'm the PRO, Abia State, Dejan. Yeah, DJ, we are the life of the party. Without a DJ, there's no party. We make things go right in every event. But this is a national body, it's a national movement. Yeah, holding right here at the Bolingo Estera Hotel, our conference, national conference.
I'm one of the delegates. We are here to sensitize the public about our profession as a DJ, letting them know that we are one body and we are the peacemaker. We are the party makers too.
Being a BOT member, 8th of November 2023, having served as National Provost 1 of the DJ Association of Nigeria. This is a certificate of excellence which is expected to spur you for better services in Dejan and other endeavors in the future. Congratulations.
It will be followed by Mr. Taiwo Amos Ogunwuyi, DJ Tiza, the National Welfare Director. Very quickly, while DJ Tiza comes into room to receive his presentation, we have Husseini, DJ MCD, the National Treasurer. A round of applause, please.
On behalf of the DJs Association of Nigeria, Dejan, it's my honor to present this certificate of excellence to you for having served diligently to this association, today being the 8th of November 2023. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It shall be closely followed by Roland James, DJ Roland, the Dejan National PRO. Closely followed by Owolabi Babatunde, DJ Scopeman, the National Director of Socials.
It's my honor and privilege to present to you this certificate of honor, having served at the Dejan National PRO diligently for the past years. Congratulations.
Followed by DJ Scopeman, the National Director of Socials.
It's my honor and privilege, today being the 8th of November 2023, to present this certificate of honor to you, having served as the Director of Socials of this association, DJs Association of Nigeria. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Distinguished colleague, DJs will be closely followed by the Deputy Secretary, Sonny, DJ Sonny Hayes, the National Deputy Secretary, please.
Today, the 8th of November 2023, having served as the Deputy Secretary of DJ Association of Nigeria, it's my honor to present this certificate of excellence to spur you for greater performance. Congratulations.
My dear colleagues, very quickly, I want to recognize these three persons in absentia. Comrade Sebastian Ipoza, DJ Desastorm, the National Secretary. Who? DJ Descent, please come and receive this award on behalf of DJ Desastorm, the National Secretary.
This is the certificate of excellence presented to the National General Secretary of DJ Association of Nigeria for his excellent job he has been doing for the past years. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Please, shall we have someone represent Salami Adebayo Beshi, sorry, DJ has the Dejan National Publicity Secretary. DJ Single, please come forward and take honor to receive this award on behalf of Salami Adebayo Beshi. The DJ has the Dejan National Publicity Secretary. Bashiru, I beg your pardon, sorry.
This is the man that many people saw in Jos and were surprised. They say small body, big eating. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, having served as the National Publicity Secretary of DJ Association. It's a certificate of excellence and expected to spur for greater performances. Congratulations.
Also, we want to ask someone come represent DJ Sida, Joseph Ame, DJ Sida, the National Financial Secretary.
Today being the 8th of November 2023, National Financial Secretary being awarded Certificate of Excellence for your diligent job. Please, this is expected to spur you to greater performance in Dejan. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We'll move to our zonal coordinators now. May I call forward to collect the certificate of excellence the Southeast Zonal Coordinator, Victor Eha by DJ Vikili. DJ Sako, please come forward to collect the DJ Vikili's Award of Excellence. DJ Sako. Okay. Very quickly, I move on to the South-South Coordinator, Mr. Ortiz James Odom. DJ Ortiz Don Dada, South-South Coordinator.
I have waited patiently.
Congratulations on your award. DJ. Thank you very much. Today being the 8th of November 2023, you have been awarded as a certificate of excellence as having served as the South-South Coordinator of Dejan. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Followed by, we have the North Central Zonal Coordinator, Mr. Benny Emmanuel Gufo, DJ Benny G.
Congratulations, outgoing Zonal Coordinator, today 8th of November 2023. You have been awarded Certificate of Excellence, having served as the North Central Zonal Coordinator of Dejan. This is expected to spur you to greater performance. Congratulations.
To my destiny, I have waited patiently. I have vision.
Okay, DJ Sako is here to receive for the Southeast Zonal Coordinator, Victor Eha Hoegbayi, DJ Vikili.
Congratulations for the award of Certificate of Excellence, having served as the Zonal Coordinator for Southeast. So I want to say congratulations. This is expected to spur you for greater congratulations.
This will be followed by the Northwest Zonal Coordinator, Samuel Ogili Michael, DJ Sammy, the Northwest Zonal Coordinator. While he comes back into the hall, we run the next, who will be the Southwest National Zonal Coordinator, Olokede Sahi, DJ Reflex, the coordinator, Southwest National Zonal Dejan. Coordinator.
This was my former chairman of Conflict and Resolution Committee. I don't know why they left me in that committee for this long. Anyway, we want to say congratulations, having served as the zonal coordinator, and of course, a very effective zonal coordinator for Southwest. Today being the 8th November 2023, you are presented with this award of excellence, which is expected to spur you for greater performances. Congratulations.
Coordinator. Thank you. DJ MC Dean will be receiving the award for the Northwest Zonal Coordinator on behalf of the Northwest Zonal Coordinator, Samuel Michael, DJ Sammy.
This award is to the Zonal Coordinator, Northwest. Congratulations, having served in this capacity, you have been awarded this certificate of excellence. It's expected to spur you for greater performances. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. This shall be followed very closely by the Northeast Zonal Coordinator, Mr. Thomas S. Appa, DJ Tommy T. DJ Committee. No, Tommy. Sorry. DJ Committee.
I didn't know Tommy T was tall until we snapped a picture. And I saw that he was almost taller than me. Congratulations, having served as the Northeast Zonal Coordinator. You have been given this award of excellence, which is expected to spur you up for better performances.
Thank you very much. Please, I want to most profoundly make a round of applause to DJ Teaser, who has been working around the clock to ensure that our hotel reservations are intact. He has done extremely and remarkably well as the National Welfare Director, Mr. Taiwo Amos Ogunbi, DJ Teaser, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know whether I'm permitted to say we have had a replacement for DJ Haas. Small body, big engine. At this point, we want to say congratulations. You have been given this award of excellence for your diligent performance, having served as the National Welfare Director. Please, this award is expected to spur you up for greater performances. We have seen the great work we have been doing at this conference. Please continue. Congratulations.
My very dear colleague, you don't mention his name without putting international at the back. Ladies and gentlemen, to the National Deputy President, Christian Oyeguchi Idel, DJ Perfect International, was awarded the recognition. International.
Destiny, I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe.
It's a real privilege for me to make this presentation to people that have started this journey for a very long time. Today being the 8th of November 2023, you are presented with this award of excellence, which is expected to spur you to greater heights. Having served as the Deputy National President of DJ Association of Nigeria. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And to the man of the moment, ladies and gentlemen, to the man who has served meritoriously, to the growth of Dejan in Nigeria, to the growth of DJing industry in Nigeria, to the growth of the creative industry in Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, to receive his certificate, Mr. Bade Adeyemi, DJ Cool, John Natural President.
For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, stand up. For the champions, stand up.
Thank you, DJ Dejan.
Thank you. Before the presentation of this award, let me say a very significant thing here. You don't know the golden fish you have until you lose it. The history of Dejan that I ran here, this is the man who started it all. The history of Dejan that I ran here, from Kaduna to Abuja, that we are here today. He ensured that he contacted each and every DJ in Nigeria. I remember very vividly
It's the truth. Let's tell ourselves the truth. When we agreed in Owerri to metamorphose and collapse and then amalgamate in our Upper Anambra State, Jimmy Jack told us clearly that he will not have the time to lead us. And he commended Tabe openly, publicly. This man is a father. This man is an uncle. This man DJ, please, is a cousin. This man is a friend. This man, above all, is a leader. Your problem is his problem. Yes. If you call him 1 a.m., he will respond. Very correct. 2 a.m., he will respond. I am not exaggerating. You are very correct. I'm saying it as it is. Very correct. The first palliative meeting I talked about, he contacted me. We moved. As we are landing Kaduna, they told us that the governor of Kaduna State died in an airplane crash. If you remember vividly, the Kaduna people are here. And he single-handedly mobilized. The meeting was almost being postponed. DJ Sammy hosted us in his lounge without paying a dime. If you lack transport, he will complete it for you. If you don't have accommodation, he will provide it for you. So, I am telling us, forget about the election. I'm telling us the spirit of Dejan. Let us bring it back. Today, being the 8th of November 2023, is a real privilege for me to make this honorable presentation. 10 years back, I never knew we would stand here to do this. At a point, I was almost getting frustrated and tired. He said, Grandma Salas, you can never be tired. If we leave these children, where do you want them to go? If my leg will not carry me, he will keep dragging me and raise me up. Today is a rare privilege, an honor to make this momentous presentation to the #1 DJ in Nigeria. I'm talking of no other person but Kade Adeyemi, aka DJ Cool, as the first ever democratically elected DJ Association of Nigeria President. Thank you very much. Respected, even though you are married now, you are still with us, you will continue to be with us. Congratulations, God bless you. It's their time. DJ Cool is taking a vow, respecting the DJs as well Nigeria, as his tenure runs off in a few hours, ladies and gentlemen.
DJs, I want to thank the entire ESCOs, the members present, and everybody. But you know, for every history, there's always the beginning. I will never forget that small boy who pushed me. That guy is a diehard. I'm talking of Sammy Michael, aka DJ Sammy. You know, DJ Sammy, DJ Seek, DJ Finance, and they are just young boys. The only person, the elder person among them was just DJ Sif. That's my generation. So they just came to meet me in Abuja, say, the way DJs are suffering in Nigeria is not the best. I feel like crying. They said DJs who have invested their life savings in DJ business, they are not getting jobs again because there are some new generation of DJs. That was when I hear the what's it called? Virtual. So I say, what is virtual? They said they just carry laptop, you match it with the app, and that is all. So how are they playing this song? Say, people are dancing, So how much do they collect? Say, once they collect 5,000, they are good to go. Amp and laptop, no mixer. They know they are good to go. So okay. So what do we do now? So I think the best thing is let's start, calling other people. Understand? Let's come together. Maybe these guys, maybe they need training. You understand? So they now came that we should so I asked them what do they want me to do? They said, Oga, there is no place you don't know anybody. You see, I used to tell people, whatever you are doing, do it well. I can tell you categorically that even before Dejan, I've traveled almost everywhere in Nigeria as a DJ. Those days there is no Dejan. You carry all your patako, everything for party. You don't know any DJ anywhere. Once they invite you, you are going. And so that's how I got to know so many DJs. And I said, oh boy, I'm not interested. But that boy is now a man, Sammy. Good evening, sir. Or I just heard I call you. Or I hope you never forget our discussion. I see, what do you want? He said, let's form a body so that we can bring all the DJs. I said, okay, I hear. Following week again, you will call me. So one day, DJ C called me that, okay, we are going to have a meeting in Kaduna. I said, okay, no problem. He said, if I know any DJs. I said, that's no problem. So I started doing my contacts. So if I know any DJ that is popular, I'll call you. We'll discuss. From there, let's go to Kaduna. So only a few people within Plateau, Kogi, then that's DJ Dan, Kogi, him, the minister, we met in Kaduna. So that's how we started. Then that was how I knew this Oyibo guy. I don't know. He knew himself. He came from Lagos. No, which I don't know. Who knew him? So he was the only one that came from Lagos. So when we're not talking, they don't say, somebody came from Lagos. I say, okay, that's thank God. So he came, we had a meeting, it went. We didn't actually arrive at, So now DJ Sick again, called for another one. That was when they had they wanted to launch Almanac, and fortunately or unfortunately, the governor was invited, and the governor was very, very interested.
I was a veteran.
Was very, very interested. So I started calling guys. I said, no, governor will come this time around. Everybody was 100% sure, but man proposes, God disposes. And that day, the crash land, the governor, the plane crash land. So that was the day he died. So, but we had no choice because people were already around, so we had to continue our this. So We now held another. That was the beginning of all this night meeting. We started that meeting. From there, we did the launching of Amana. Then later, we continued from there. Sammy took us to his X1 lounge. You know, said, look, nobody's going anywhere. If you want to eat, eat. If you want to drink, drink. But you know, Sammy is a bad guy.
Yes.
If you are not a born again, if you are not a born again, Sammy will lead you to hell. As he produced those things, he produced other things. So the body is only short. What are those things? Those other things. So, you know, there's a portion in the Bible. Man shall not live by bread and other things. It is Bible. Now me write down. Man shall not live by bread alone. And other things. So the word is very short. We had a meeting. Roland was there too again. So we now told Roland that look, because he was supposed to take a flight. We said no. You can't go back home and go and tell them with mouth. Wait. Because that day was Saturday. What we are going to do is we'll make sure that, in fact, we are the one that went to the business center. They show us the person's house. We went to go and wake the person early in the morning so that he will not miss his flight to come and do the paper for us, you know, the communique of our meeting, so that I can take it to Lagos. So while we are waiting for Lagos to respond, so Sam said, boss, there's no point wasting time. Let's move. So that was how we started. So to God be the glory, the first main conference came up in Abuja. Because these people were insisting that no, okay, if you host this thing. So I quickly called some of our guys. Oh boy, you bring 3 naira, bring 5 naira. That was how the first conference. And I was so happy because there's one man missing today. He's from Imo State. When Wikili was not at the beginning, from my head, I can call DJ Grandfingers from Enugu, DJ Vegas from Anambra, DJ Timbaland from Imo, Iboza, Desert Storm, Warrior, DJ Sida, DJ Sig, DJ Dan, DJ Black, DJ MC Dean, DJ Black, the Big Black. You will never begin the. No, Robinson didn't come. Robinson didn't come. Sakra didn't come. AJ, that have been our secretary. The current ANEC chairman. So, people like that, you understand? So, it was that day, that great man from Imo State gave us that name we are using today. The slogan. One beat, one voice. You see, to cut the story short, you see, some of you may not know what we have gone through. You see, let me tell you the reason why you see us always, you know, with ourselves. You understand? It's not that we are discriminating, no. You see, when we started, we were very poor. We don't even know what is called sub and top. True, we don't know what is called ingredients. See, whenever we go for conference, 4 people will stay in the room.
Me that time I know what to be so at all. Okay.
You understand? What I mean by that, you know what I'm saying is this. You see, it never occurred to us. You know, what was on our mind is how to make this association work. So, because we are so poor, 4 people just sleep when you finish. But there's still one bad guy, no matter how. That guy is always have his way. The moment you people just step out, that you enter meeting, you know the 5 minutes don't finish. I don't know what you want to say, but 5 minutes, you are finished. And one thing, that guy is a talented. You see, there's no way that guy will go. Let's say we land here now. All of us came together. That guy will just tell you, I'm coming. When that guy is coming back, you rest assured, you will get extra. That guy is talented. See, so why am I saying this? So that you can know where we started from. It is not, you know, there was fun, you understand? But what was uppermost in our mind is Dejan. And he knows, perfect, everybody will know. We are not going to enjoy it. It is you that's going to enjoy it. How many times have I gone to party last? Maybe 2 months. But then, maybe wedding, 350. It's okay. Sunday dinner brought some for me, 100. I put the remaining. I'm okay. And that is where I want you people to go. Not this 5K. See, under normal circumstances, we DJs are not supposed, as you are coming, supposed to carry your sub and top. You know, follow come is better than. Yes. You see, follow come because you know why? You know, we have been here since morning. You get it? We've been here since morning. Now, if na follow come, but if na on the spot, you have to pay. Every hour. You know, yesterday when I came in, I saw some DJs. They are just greeting me. I said, why are you? The person you are greeting, do you know his name? Ask for his name. Ask him. Where is he from? You don't just shake somebody and you walk out. No, now. You don't know whether you will need the help. Tomorrow now, when I'm sleeping, Pedro, I came party for Ugeli. You know somebody there? Maybe the Ugeli man is already with you, but you refuse to introduce yourself. No. I see some states, they are just keeping to themselves. No, that is not the spirit of Dejan. You move around. You understand? Move around. Liaise with people. Connect with people. That is the purpose of Dejan. So that when you are in your house, sometimes you can even call the saint. The saint, I have a party at so place. How big is that place? It gives you all the necessary information. You charge the person, DJ, you are taking the party over. Just send them the money. And you pocket your own. The most important thing is for the party to go on. Period. You have already solved the problem. So at this junction, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for your love. I want to thank you for your support. Please, let's love lead. We should not hate ourselves because of anybody. You see, some of the problems we have, let me tell you something, is what I term as then say. Did you hear it from that particular person? You understand? I hear say. Did you hear it directly from that person? Or the person wrote to you? You understand what I'm saying? Did you receive it from him directly? Then say, that is what is killing us. Let's forget about all these things. We are DJs. We are human beings, yes.
Welcome.
We can offend each other. There's no doubt about it. But you shouldn't sleep with it. Call the person. Oh boy, you're offending me. I'm not happy about it. He will tell you.
It's trying to bow out.
Understand?
This is the end of
And like
this official.
You see, let me tell you something. We are here today. You can never know where we are going to meet tomorrow. When we become an enemy of ourselves, so as we treat ourselves, when we
does it make sense? No. We are DJs. We should love ourselves. In fact, we should what, you know, we should do the way the MCs or comedians they are doing now. When comedians,
majority of you don't know, when comedians want to go for a show, the show is for one person. But let me, Abuja comedians, I know them. But you see about 5 people contributing for his show. You understand? You see about 4 or 5 comedians contributing for that show to be a success. Because they are going to have their own show. And not only that, you see, they now program themselves. So if this one have his show in November, this one will have his show in December. So they don't clash.
That's true.
They support themselves. Let's support ourselves.
And that's what they do.
Let's live politics. Let's be our brothers.
We are DJs. How would you feel? You are playing in an event and your machine, either laptop or something, you know, have issue. But you cannot call that person because you feel that you hate him. Why did you hate him? Did you collect your wife?
That's it now. We shouldn't have issues with ourselves. So, disciplined gentlemen, I'm so proud of you. I know things are hard, but despite that, majority of you took it upon yourself to come to Abuja. Please, you deserve a big round of applause for that. So, gentlemen, tomorrow is another day. We are going to have elections. There is no point somebody carrying a knife, firewood,
ballot box.
No, nobody can steal a ballot box. You can't steal a ballot box. And we are not going to use what did they use? 3R or we are not using that one.
Beavers.
No, we are not using beavers. We know ourselves. The only thing is that make sure that you know you follow the guidelines of the elections. You understand? So let's vote with our conscience. Finish. There is no problem. So I want to wish you hello DJs. I hope states have submitted the names of their delegates. The names of their representative for tonight. DJ that will play tonight. If your state is not there, forget it. So other states will play for you. No problem. Let's go and have fun. You know.
Distinguished colleagues, shall we all rise as the national president takes his bow as the outgoing president DJ Southern Nigeria.
We are not going to expect. This man don't travel now for over 25 years. Sorry. You guys are going to sing for his jolly good fellow to these guys. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
1, 2, go.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, hooray! So say all of us, hooray! So say all of us, hooray! For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
Can we give 7 solid bossa to DJ Cool?
Bossa, 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 bossa.
There are so many ideas that the DJs need to key into.
the good thing is that, like I said, the partnership with the NCC is a wonderful thing. That synergy is wonderful. NCC is the regulator, and for you to have the Director General of the NCC to be in attendance tells you that he believes in the association and is ready and willing to work there. Like he said, if you have complaints with the collective society, either COSON or MCSN, they are willing to review your terms of engagement with them to assist to ensure that everyone in the ecosystem gets value for work done. So there's so much to be done now. Things have changed, and they need to understand that. For everyone who is a licensed DJ, I tell them a big congratulations. For those who are yet to be licensed, I'm sure that having, with the way sensitization will go, especially from this conference, they themselves will now be willing. But lastly, as I said, it's important that for everyone to understand that it is when we come together and unite under this platform, we can ensure that the DJs Association, Dejan, takes its rightful place in the scheme of things.
My name is Taja Adeyemi, aka DJ Cool. This is Dejan National President, DJs Association of Nigeria. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, this is our 13th edition of conference. All DJs all over Nigeria and diaspora. We usually have our conference once a year, but due to COVID-19 and the security, problems, we couldn't do it for the past 3 years. So this is the 13th edition taking place in Abuja, and we are happy. We thank God. Many people are here. People came in, trooping from different states of the federation, and we thank God that they came here safely and sound. This conference is very unique in the sense that we are having some dignitaries who are going to talk, to the DJs, especially in the areas that concerns our business. I'm talking of, license. Right now, if you are not a licensed DJ in Nigeria, it will be very, very difficult for you, to operate, because we had an agreement with the MCSN, Musical Copyright Society of Nigeria, as well as NCC, Nigerian Copyright Commission, who made sure that the union between the two bodies, DJs Association of Nigeria, MCSN, came to fruition. And what we are actually trying to do is that we want to raise the bar. We want to make sure that the DJs are well recognized, are well recognized in Nigeria. The DJs are well respected, you understand? Because most times people think that DJs are just service providers. You just do something and you just pay them. No. The DJ business is more than service providers. You understand? We are talking of technology. We are talking of what have you. You understand? And we are contributing a lot to the GDP. Now look at it this way. You can talk of Davido. You can talk of Wizkid. You can name them. If DJs are not promoting them, nobody will know them. So that's how you see how important the DJ is in the entertainment industry.